Okay, now we should be in the right stream. Sorry about that. Come on. I'm sorry about that. That's crazy. Sorry. All right. There's quite a lot that happened in true crime, okay? Lori Vallow went in. I think it's her second hearing after the competency hearing. She was smiling like crazy. Her hair looked all done. And people said, well, was she smiling like crazy to maybe kind of make them think she wasn't competent? Like, why would you be smiling like crazy? And they were going through to make sure about the charges that were against her and to clarify everything like that. And the judge still has to make a decision on things, but she showed up in court and she was all, just really very happy, very smiley. And some people said maybe she thought Chad was going to be there and see her because she was probably as dolled up as you could be for jail, but her hair looked, very done up. And let's see. We also looked at that trial that's going to be starting this week with the husband that tried to make it look like his wife committed suicide, but then no, it didn't add up. And so we're gonna follow that case, that trial. And then there was Lori. I'll show you a little bit of Lori. She was very happy. Happy. Oh, be happy. She was real happy. She was relaxed in court during an hour-long hearing on Tuesday, laughing and smiling as her attorneys asked the judge to reconvene a grand jury to clarify the charges that are against her. Her attorney, John Thomas, said 2 of the counts in her current indictment each list 2 separate allegations: conspiracy to commit first-degree murder and grand theft by deception. He said, and I quote, "I've been practicing law for 20 years, and this particular charge baffled me. We don't want to do this again and have an appeals court say they couldn't make heads or tails out of what's going on with this." But the prosecuting attorney, Rob Wood, disagreed, saying the 2 charges are related, and said, and I quote, "The state fundamentally disagrees that it will be confusing to a jury. We believe the charges are linked and aren't completely separate. We believe the jury will find that they, Chad and Lori Daybell, agreed to commit these 2 crimes. These are charges based on evidence provided to the grand jury. They didn't have a problem with it, so if they found it, we can put it in front of the grand jury." Judge Boyce didn't rule on the matter Tuesday. Instead, he said he would issue a written order after consideration, and a sealed hearing on other matters was held out of the public view. So that's what's new with her. And the ex-wife of a murdered Microsoft executive, father of 4, wanted to shut him up as details of a gym affair emerge. So let me see. So, the Florida personal trainer admitted to having an affair with the ex-wife of a man who was mysteriously gunned down earlier this year in front of his young daughter. 33-year-old Jared Britigan was found dead on a street in South Jacksonville Beach, Florida, with several gunshot wounds around 8 p.m. on February 16th, and Jared's 2.5-year-old daughter was in the backseat of this SUV at the time. No arrests have been made yet, and police have not publicly named a suspect. Investigators believe that the murder was planned and that Jared was targeted. He had just dropped off his 2 older kids at their mom's house, and he was returning to his house when he came upon a tire in the road. When he got out of his vehicle, police believe he was ambushed and shot. Now, this affair stems back to Christmas 2014 when Jared purchased a set of personal training sessions for his then wife, Shanna Gardner Fernandez. Shanna and the instructor are said to have developed a romantic relationship. Well, that was some gift, right? Within weeks of the session starting, she's denied the affair, but the instructor, whose name the news did not reveal, confirmed the existence of their affair. The trainer said that Shanna had informed him that she and Jared had been separated at the time that they started seeing each other romantically. They weren't really speaking. He told the news they were living on opposite ends of their house. The affair lasted several months because Shanna was going through a lot as she and Jared were divorcing. And then Jared's ex-wife asked his second wife, Kristen, for his death certificate 12 days after he was murdered. The document was reportedly for family court, where Jared and Shanna had been engaged in an acrimonious divorce and custody battle. Shanna also allegedly asked a tattoo parlor employee if she knew of anyone who could shut her husband up. In previous statements, Shanna has denied involvement in the death of her former husband. Police continue to investigate and have said recently they believe the perpetrator will be held accountable, but when that will happen is not clear. There's a good chance, Jacksonville Police Sergeant Tanya Tater said, maybe not now, maybe not next week, but I feel confident that eventually we will find the person or persons responsible for this. Meanwhile, Tuesday marks 6 months since the murder. Jared's family members say they want to emphasize his life as a devoted father and a family man. Jared had twins from his first marriage with Shanna and 2 younger daughters from his second marriage with Kristen. He was a man of faith. That's what he would want people to feel about him. How much he loved his faith, how much he loved his family, said Jared's brother Adam Britigan. For us, as a family, it's important for us to carry on his legacy. Now, Jared's widow says she's asking for prayers that police find out who's responsible for killing her husband. I continue to ask for prayers, not even for us, but for detectives, that they will find out what they need to catch the people behind this. We pray for them every single day, and more prayers can never hurt, said Kristen Britigan. Authorities are searching for a 2004 to a 2008 Ford F-150 pickup, which was spotted near the scene around the time of the shooting, and a $55,000 reward is being offered for information that leads to the arrest and prosecution of whoever is responsible for Jared's death. To report information about this case, call Crime Stoppers 1-866-845-TIPS or the ATF at 1-888-ATF-TIPS. Well, hopefully they find the person responsible. So, Virginia authorities arrested a man last week in connection with July's fatal shooting of a pregnant woman. U.S. Navy Lieutenant Emmanuel Coble, 27, was reportedly in a relationship with Rakaya King, 20, when she was found dead on the side of a road in Hanover County on July 21st. Now, Rakaya King was 3 months pregnant at the time, and the Hanover Sheriff's Office spokesperson Lieutenant James Cooper said an exhaustive investigation led to Coble's arrest on August 11th. A GoFundMe page that was established to cover Rakaya King's funeral costs state that she moved to Virginia to be with a man who is presumably Coble. The man allegedly ordered her to have an abortion, but she refused, which led to multiple arguments. And one day, Rakaya and her boyfriend went to the abortion clinic, but once inside, Rakaya changed her mind, and her boyfriend became furious. They got into a fight outside in the car on the way home. The killer killed her and her unborn baby, the GoFundMe page alleges. Coble is charged with first-degree murder. Cooper told the Richmond Times-Dispatch that charges are pending regarding Rukiah King's fetus. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for December 6th. In a statement issued to the news outlet, Lieutenant Commander Robert Myers, public affairs officer for the commander of the Naval Air Force Atlantic Fleet, said the Navy is cooperating with the ongoing investigation. Okay, this is scary. Alabama and Georgia authorities tracked down a man who opened fire Wednesday morning on at least 3 vehicles on Interstate 85 from a distinctive older model Cadillac. One person was critically wounded at 6:15 a.m. and flown by helicopter to a hospital in Montgomery. A person who was reported being shot at in Troup County, Georgia, less than an hour later was not hit, and police confirmed a third shooting, saying it was in the Montgomery Police Department's jurisdiction, but provided no further details. Auburn police were called to check on a vehicle that was stopped on the side of the highway between mile marker 57 and 56 and 57 northbound in Auburn. When they arrived, they found a 45-year-old driver had a gunshot wound that had entered his vehicle from behind. A passing motorist stopped to render aid until the first responders arrived. About 45 minutes later, the Troup County Sheriff's Office in Georgia got a call from a driver who said someone driving an older white Cadillac shot at and struck his vehicle, but just kept driving north on I-85. The driver was not injured. Authorities tracked down an image of the suspect's vehicle, including an Alabama license plate number, and set it out to locations in Georgia and Alabama. Shortly after noon, a Chambers County deputy spotted the car near the courthouse in Lafayette, Alabama, which is north of Auburn and off the interstate by about 10 or so miles. The deputy pulled the car over and took the driver into custody without incident. The suspect was identified as Gerald Raphael Brown, 39 years old. Chambers County officials handed him over to the Auburn police. Troup County deputies say they have charged Brown with aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and criminal damage. The other jurisdictions have not announced what charges Brown is facing, and the motive is unknown of why he would do this. And this is the Cadillac that he was firing from. Crazy. People are really going crazy. Hope that person is all right. Okay. And then that yoga teacher that is charged with killing that cyclist pled not guilty. Caitlin Armstrong's trial for the murder of Mariah Mill Wilson is set for October. See, something like that so quick, right? Well, let's see if it goes to that. She entered a plea of not guilty, and now her attorney is laying out her defense. Casting doubt about the prosecution's case against his client, attorney Rick Coffer has demanded a speedy trial for Caitlin Armstrong and entered multiple motions for evidence from the prosecution. The prosecution said both sides are still awaiting evidence. Coffer has also raised questions about the police investigation and whether cops ignored the possibility of another suspect. So we'll see. That's set for October. Wow. That's quick. We'll see if it goes to that, you know. So the mother of a 6-month-old Louisiana girl who died in a hot car on Sunday allegedly left another child in a hot car in 2019. Ivy Lee, 22, allegedly left Carissa Lewis in her SUV for approximately 5 hours. Lee then flagged down 2 Calico I don't even know how to pronounce that, parish deputies, one who was off duty, and told them her daughter was not breathing. Lewis died at the hospital. She reportedly provided police with 2 different accounts of what happened. She first claimed that the baby was not in her care. She also said she drove to her job and left her daughter in the car for roughly 5 hours. She stated that she initially left the car running, but a coworker later told her that her car was running and she turned her vehicle off, said the chief deputy, Gary Gilroy. And the baby's preliminary cause of death is heat-related. According to a news outlet, police confirmed that the Department of Children and Family Services had prior contact with Lee after she left another child in a hot car in 2019. That baby was given to a family member, so there was never another follow-up. During the course of the investigation, we learned of other instances where Lee had left the child in her vehicle. She's charged with second-degree murder, possession of marijuana, and she remains jailed on $1.2 million bond. Going on. I don't know why they put it. There we go. A Louisiana mother and her live-in boyfriend have been indicted on charges relating to the murder of her 2-year-old son, whose body was found in a trash can last month. Ezekiel Harry was reported missing in Homa on July 12th at about noon, and his mother, 28-year-old Maya Jones, told the authorities that someone in a gray truck grabbed the boy and took off while she was out walking with her children. Authorities launched a search, and the mother's story began to fall apart. By later that afternoon, investigators found the 2-year-old child's remains stuffed into a duffel bag and then shoved in a trash bin. Huma police arrested Jones and 36-year-old Jermaine Robinson after they found surveillance video of the couple leaving their home earlier that morning with a black duffel bag and returning about 5 a.m. without the duffel bag. An autopsy said the child died of blunt force trauma to the head. After the Terrebonne Parish grand jury indictment on charges of first-degree murder and obstruction of justice, a judge set their bond at $5.1 million each, and they are scheduled for an arraignment next week with a trial date of November 14th. Terrible. Volunteers aren't giving up hope of finding the 4-year-old Virginia boy who disappeared nearly 7 months ago. Cody Bigsby's father, Corey Bigsby, reported him missing on January 31st, saying he hadn't seen the boy since about 2 a.m. Corey Bigsby was arrested the day after he reported his son missing for child neglect, and in July, a grand jury formally indicted him on 30 counts of child neglect related to one or more of his 4 children. Nothing related, though, to his son's disappearance. People were searching when there was still snow on the ground, said Cassie Stewart, a search organizer. I mean, you see, it's 90-degree weather. We're sweating, so obviously everything is different, and there are tons of things that could still be found. Hampton Police Chief Mark Talbot says no evidence has been found to indicate that Corey ran away or that he was abducted. To the volunteers, that means Cody is still out there somewhere. We're going to continue on canvassing, bringing the word out, just to let everybody know this child is still out there missing, said Khalil Cribbs, president of the United We Stand of Hampton Roads. We're going to continue on searching until the community finds answers, until we find answers, until we know what's going on with this child. And there's a vigil Friday evening, 6 p.m. in Hampton, planned. Okay, you remember this one about all those people that died on that Bahamas resort? A U.S. tourist has been found dead at the Bahamas resort after testing positive to COVID. The unnamed man, believed to have been in his 70s, died at the Sandals Emerald Bay Resort in Great Exuma, the same resort where 3 U.S. tourists died of carbon monoxide poisoning in May. The Royal Bahamas Police Force said an autopsy is pending to provide the official cause of death, but a preliminary investigation said that he had been experiencing COVID-related symptoms. As a result, he was tested. He tested positive. Subsequently, he self-quarantined. No foul play is suspected, even though 3 people died there, in May from carbon monoxide poisoning. That was an isolated incident, and it stemmed from a structure that housed 2 guest rooms. A 4th person staying in the guest room survived, but all 4 suffered from carbon monoxide poisoning. Now, there's a woman that she's on the run. I don't know. Let's see if Dawn Renee Wynn. Hold on a minute. Let's see if she's been found. Because we talked about this in our Zoom. It was very similar to another case, and I still haven't found that one yet. But they're searching for her. And she allegedly shot her husband when they were in a 5th wheel camper, and claimed that it wasn't her, obviously, but she's now gone missing. She's 49 years old, and she allegedly shot her husband in the head while he was sleeping. And with the murder trial looming, she bonded out of jail and then just disappeared, said the sheriff's office. Please be on the lookout, adding that Wynn is probably armed. Exercise caution, do not approach. She was last seen in Pea Ridge, Arkansas, according to the Benton County Sheriff's Office. She is likely headed to northeastern Oklahoma or to family members in southwestern Missouri. She stands 5'2", weighs between 150 to 170 pounds. Yeah. So that's that. And okay. Florida man was killed Sunday in an attempted robbery while he and his girlfriend were visiting Alabama's Talladega National Forest before they returned to college. Adam Simji, 22, and Michaela Paulus, 20, both University of Central Florida students, had been driving and hiking near Chiaha Mountain when they were flagged down by a woman identified as Yasmin Hitter, who said she was having car trouble. And when the couple attempted to assist Yasmin, she produced a gun and made the couple walk back to the woods. Simji apparently pulled out his own handgun, and he and Yasmin exchanged gunfire with both, and they were both struck by gunshots. Paulus noticed a second woman standing off in the woods and called her to help. She spoke briefly with Yasmin and then fled on foot. The girlfriend retrieved her cell phone, called 911, and tried to assist Simji, who had been shot in the back. Responding deputies found Paulus at about 11:30 a.m. and she was performing CPR on her boyfriend. Medical personnel took over but were unable to revive him, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Yasmin was found lying nearby with multiple gunshot wounds to her torso, and she was flown to a hospital in Birmingham for surgery. Investigators launched a search for the second woman, who was later identified as Crystal Pinkins, Over the next several hours, sheriff's deputies received information that this may be a group of people living off the grid somewhere in the national forest. Great. The group of people were reported to be armed and potentially violent. With the assistance of a dog tracking team from Alabama Department of Corrections, deputies located a group of tents about a half a mile from the scene of the robbery. Seeing a woman standing nearby, they ordered her to the ground. Before she could comply, however, a 5-year-old boy ran out of the woods and was later determined to, holding what was later determined to be a loaded shotgun. Officers ordered the boy to put the gun down, but he continued to where the woman was standing before setting it on the ground, and he was later identified as Pinkins' son. The woman, Pinkins, was arrested and charged with endangering the welfare of a child. No other people were present at the encampment, and the boy was taken into custody by the Department of Human Resources, and after further investigation, Pinkins was charged with 1 count of murder, 2 counts of each kidnapping and robbery, and warrants were secured for Yasmin on the same charges and will be served when she has recovered from surgery. She is under the observation of deputies and the sheriff's office. And both Simji and Yasmin's weapons were recovered. Paulus was not physically hurt in the incident. She said that Simji was the best man I could have ever imagined and that he died saving your life. He was a proud Second Amendment supporter, and saving his girlfriend's life, even if he died doing it, is exactly why he supported the right to own a gun. And that, that's the end. That's the end. Oh, let's see if there's anybody. Let's see. Here we go. I just go like this and I bring people up. So what do you guys think? Alicia? Debbie? Sharon? Did everybody fall asleep on the panel?
Hello, my son just left.
Oh, hi. Hi, Gal. Lots of cases finally hitting the courts. We'll see, Kevin. We'll see if they get there, if they don't get held up with stuff. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Mike. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? You following that trial, Mike, with the husband that tried to say his wife committed suicide? Hi, Lark. Hi, Rubbity Bob. You missed the sale.
Hey, Carolyn.
Hey, you missed the sale. I thought you were going to sell your glass.
I can't. I got so sidetracked. I had to bring my kids' friend's mother to go get cat food, dog food, and some groceries. And then we got to talking in her driveway. And that's how it happens. And by the time I came back here, I fell asleep, took a tiny nap. It wasn't tiny. It was not tiny. And now I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. But
Okay.
tomorrow, can I ask you a question real
Yeah.
quick? All right. So I know I'm new with the whole auction thing. So what do I have to do? I have to email you for requests, right? I'm like, hey, I need this person's request PayPal so I can send them a request. Is that how it
Right,
works?
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
And
All
they,
right, I already
unless they're
emailed
in
you.
Slack, in which case you can just reach out to them.
They're all in Slack, and I don't know why I didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I emailed you though, so you can probably disregard it
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm gonna reach out to them in Slack.
Oh, okay. Hi, Tammy. Mike, I don't know. She was, I just talked to her earlier. She hasn't flown the coop. Don't worry about it. I've got her ankle monitor on, and she does have the shackles still. She's not going
Are you
anywhere,
talking
Mike. You
about
know
me?
better than that. She's scared to death to leave here. Are you kidding me? I'll bring all the secrets out, everything. All the
Are you
collateral.
talking about me?
Don't you worry about it, Mike. She's here for good. Okay? I've got a lot of stuff on her.
Hey, Mike, I slipped out of my shackle, just so you know. She thinks she puts them on tight, but she doesn't.
That's okay because I have the cameras, Sharon.
Yeah? Oh, you're darn.
I'm eating ramen
I
with
put them in that
chopsticks.
gift I gave you on vacation.
Darn.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Kato. Let's see. What are you
They
doing,
want to
Sharon?
talk.
What, Linda?
Want to talk about that thing that just happened in the forest?
Oh, which one? The one that I just talked
Yeah,
about?
where like 5 people are involved or 4 people are involved.
Oh, you're
That's
talking about the one that had the encampment with the 5-year-old
That
that came out with a shotgun?
that triggered me.
Yeah, isn't that awful?
That's scary. We're not
well,
safe
I think they
anywhere.
know each other.
Which
They're all
I think they know each other.
You think they know the two students that the one they killed?
I think everybody knows each other.
Wow.
Really? Why do you think that?
Just for the cops saying that there are people living up in the woods, and all of a sudden, this people find this place to take a walk at.
Yeah.
that is kind of interesting. Like it was in the middle of
It's
nowhere,
It's
right?
Talladega National Forest, right?
That's in Alabama?
I don't know. Oh, Georgia? I don't know. I don't personally know, but it just all sounds weird. She's pulled over, flat tire. They come. All of a sudden, there's an argument. I think one of them know the other people.
I don't know.
Possible.
I don't know. Maybe they all know each other besides the two people. I don't know.
Could be.
Possible.
That's creepy though. I mean, people like
Alabama.
it's like I don't know.
5-year-old
Who's a
running
5-year-old rifle?
Rebecca said
Like-
it's in Alabama. Don't go there, Rebecca. It sounds like a dangerous place.
The hills have eyes. Like remember the hills have eyes.
Rifles.
The hills are
Yeah.
alive with the sound of music.
No, the hills have eyes. That scary movie with those people living in the mountain.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Well,
Don't watch
on
it,
those
Carolyn.
shows, remember that shows Bates Motel? There was always people in the woods because they had pot fields.
Uh-huh.
Remember?
Mhm.
And there was always like they would be in the woods and they'd be like, "What are those people?" And they were protecting pot fields.
Yeah. In Kentucky, I lived in Marion County, which is the pot capital of the country, or was in the 80s and 90s. And Johnny Boone, there's a whole about the cornbread mafia. There's a whole thing.
Oh my gosh, that's the cornbread mafia about the Summer Wells.
I don't know about the Summer Wells case. I'm
Well,
not.
that's what they said. The cornbread mafia.
It's real. It's. We lived right down the street. I'm going to tell you a story, and this is going to be crazy.
All right.
Back in the 90s when we moved there in 1999, some guy came running up to the house, freaking out, that telling, get the sheriff, get the sheriff, get the sheriff. They tried to kill me. They tried to kill me over there. And they got the sheriff and they went over there together. The guy's freaking out and he's saying they're burying people. What they were doing, this is nuts. If somebody got out of line because they had people working for them, they would kill people and they would put this sounds nuts, the bodies in the post holes. Post holes are used to dig big fences.
Oh, yeah.
So they would bury them upright and they would cover them that way and they would never find them. They would never find them.
Ooh.
So, I mean, and that's what was happening. The guy that went back, he was telling the truth. They're killing people. They're killing people over there. Yeah. It's crazy.
Why were they called cornbread? Did they have cornbread?
Well, because I guess I don't know why. I don't know anything about the cornbread mafia. I just know that one story. We had just moved there. And that's I never read a book of there's
So
books
what did
about
you do with that guy?
What did the sheriff? They took care of it from there. The sheriff came up and drove him back to the place, and he was freaking out.
But he said they were
And
killing people over there. They took him back there?
Yeah, they took him back there. The sheriff took him back there. That's all I know. That's like the most I know about it. Yeah.
My God.
How'd you find out where they were burying? That guy told you where they were burying them in the post holes?
No, they didn't tell me. I got this story secondhand from my mom. I was young when we moved to Kentucky, younger. Yeah.
Oh,
So this was apparently when they had first moved there, this was the story that was told that, some guy came running up, said freaking out. He was working at a tobacco field out there.
yeah.
And he was saying they were
word.
gonna he's saying some guy tried to kill me, some guy tried to kill me, and he was freaking out, like just freaking out. So they called the sheriff, and the sheriff came down. There's a guy freaking out. And he was telling the sheriff they're killing people over there, and that's how they were burying the bodies. And apparently, at some point, I don't know if it was soon after or when after, they did find that to be the case. So it's nuts, and it was all attached to that cornbread mafia thing. And that's all I know.
But every time you say that, I feel like having.
It sounds crazy. It sounds silly, like a joke.
But it just makes
mafia.
me hungry for cornbread or something. It's hard.
It's Candace Wells.
Yeah, but that's what they said about that, right? With Summer
It's her
Wells, they said
trigger word.
cornbread mafia.
Say that to her, and she gets all triggered. Remember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I like cornbread. I mean,
Lots of
I
butter.
like it with honey. Like if you have honey baked with it in there, and
Yeah,
then
but
butter,
you know that
nice hot out of the oven with butter.
Yeah.
cornbread down south is flat.
What?
What?
Cornbread.
Oh, they make it in the frying pan, don't
You don't-
they?
Yeah, down south.
I make it in a.
Well, yeah, they make it. They have cornbread pans and stuff.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
They fry it like a
They make it in the
pancake.
frying
Really?
pan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like a flapjack.
Oh, not like a flapjack. I like the
Mhm.
cornbread out of the oven.
Oh, where I live. Cast iron pan.
Yeah.
In New England, cornbread is like a cake almost.
Yeah, right. And it
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
out nice and hot, and you put some butter on it.
Mm-hmm. Then you put a little bit of butter on
Butter
it,
on it, yeah.
and it's sweet, and it has a little bit of
You can have
sweetness
it with
down
chili.
south.
You might want to serve it with some chili.
Mm-hmm. But where Kevin is, I think it's a flapjack, and it's not sweet. It's not sweet,
Okay.
right, Kevin?
Yeah.
It's like it's not a sweet thing. It tastes more like corn and bread than sugar.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have lots of butter on it. And it has to be hot. If it's not hot, forget it.
Yeah, if it's not
Then I
hot,
have
forget
to-
it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You gotta have
Well,
it.
it's got to be hot either way. Flapjack or the
And
puppy
then
one.
you have Thomas's. They make those. Ever have those cornbread rounds? You put them in the toaster.
No, what is that?
Those are
Yeah,
good.
yeah, those are good.
Those are good.
Mm.
Haven't had those in ages. I don't even know if they make them anymore.
I think they do.
Yeah.
Or is it like Is it like a processed, kind of like a processed packaged
It's like
food,
a
or
muffin
what?
top, only big.
Thomas's. It's like a corn thing. You
That's
put it in the
kind of
toaster.
genius, kind of bearing them up, the way just like you would a post.
Yeah. Just read about it.
That's
Read about
kind
it.
of genius.
Put it in the
Yeah.
toast and it's good. It's
It
good.
sounds crazy, doesn't it, Linda? That
Doesn't
whole
sound
thing.
crazy at all.
No, it does.
Impossible.
I hope that's like,
Hi,
I mean, like,
JSQ.
I don't know what was going on, but I mean, Johnny Boone lived in a different time, because now that everything is
Johnny Boone.
different now.
Who's Johnny Boone?
He's the guy, I don't know if I could say it on here. It's the stuff he was growing.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So he was in charge of
Mary
everything
Jane?
on those
Mary
farms.
Jane stuff?
Yes, Mary Jane stuff. That's a good thing to
Okay.
say. Yes. Yeah, so that's what he was growing, and it was in a different time now that everything is legal, mostly legal in a lot of places, recreational and medical. Imagine how he does sell CBD now, I think.
Hi,
The
Linda
funny
Levy.
thing is,
That sounds
Yep.
good. Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, fresh green beans tonight. That sounds good. And
That
cornbread.
sounds real
That
good.
sounds
Come
really
on
good.
down.
Yum.
I want some
It's
fried
good
chicken.
though.
That sounds really
That
good.
sounds really good.
Not
Not
on the
the-
diet, Carolyn.
Not
No,
for
no.
my diet, but
That sounds good, though, Linda. That sounds good.
It sounds like they were killing people for the money that owed them money,
yep.
bearing them up upright.
They might have buried them up to their neck and and they might have said like a
We don't know the slow torture.
Remember,
Like in
remember
Soylent
Motel
Green?
Hell? They were burying people up to their necks.
You mean Soylent
I
Green?
don't watch
No,
movies
Motel
like that.
Hell.
There's too
What's
much
Motel Hell?
Oh,
I
it's a
don't think I
scary
ever
movie.
saw
I saw
that.
it as a teenager. It's horrible. There was like this barn, and they had people buried up to their necks. They were making cold cuts out of them.
I thought that was called Soylent Green, where we were like,
No. This is Motel Hell.
well, that was another weird
When
one,
they
huh?
needed more meat, they would take a person out of the ground, and then they would cut
That's-
their voice boxes out so they couldn't yell. It's horrible.
I guess it's convenient. I mean, I'm not
It was horrible.
personally.
Yeah, they were harvesting people. They were like, oh, it's horrible.
Ugh, I don't think that in real life that could have happened, though, right? They wouldn't be.
anything can happen.
They were burying them.
Got the cornbread mafia built burying people straight up.
It's crazy. I
Well,
can't
no,
get over it.
think
That's,
about it. Think about it.
that
There's
story
no
stuck with
shallow
me.
Grave.
yeah,
There's no shallow grave. If there was a fence planted there, it would look totally normal, sinking in.
yep.
All they got was a pole digger and a few good hippies, or whatever.
And even with body radar, even with modern,
God,
yeah, with modern
visualize this
X-ray,
whole
they
thing.
would be able-
Terrible.
yeah.
Hi, Nora.
Cadaver dogs can find them for a long time.
Lord.
Years.
They probably weren't even doing that over there.
Oh, maybe
Hi,
not.
Jenny D1.
Yeah, like the big fences. I mean, I don't know if they cement those in or not, but it is a good. I mean, because even modern day X-ray machines wouldn't detect them if they're upright.
Sprinkle some hay on top, make it all look normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a scary thought. And that happened. It stuck with me all these years. That was years and years ago, 20 years ago, over 20
I never
years
liked
ago
that
now.
Clockwork Orange LMNW. That was,
No.
I hate that. I hated that. I couldn't stand that guy. Ugh. So dirty.
Who?
A Clockwork Orange.
Oh yeah, I didn't like that movie either.
It's not for everyone, no. Yeah.
Came out when I was very young. I didn't like
Yeah. I wasn't even born, probably.
it. But I do like science fiction.
That was bizarre, though. It's
Mm-hmm.
wacko.
I'm eating ramen. That's why I don't want to talk with my mouth full. I'm eating ramen right now.
I thought you weren't eating processed food.
Oh, it stopped. I wanted some ramen so bad, something hot and spicy.
Oh, okay.
Spicy ramen.
Yeah.
Each his own.
Did anybody walk today at all?
I did. I did my exercise, but why, we were supposed to walk? What about biking? Biking doesn't count?
Yeah,
Biking
it does.
counts.
Oh, okay.
Biking counts.
All right.
Does looking at the rower count?
Nicole, you had a yoga appointment.
No, she had a crack.
I did. Did I? Wait,
No, you
yeah,
had a
I
crack.
did.
Crack.
Yeah, I went to my crackety crack and it went out and went very well. And
Today?
I feel really good. And I'm very happy and grateful because pain stinks. It's still there a little bit. It's not as bad. I wasn't even walking upright. I'm all right now, though.
You walked miles in your dreams yesterday? That's good.
I took a walk today. So, and a
Didn't
little
we
bit,
watch a
but-
movie? Oh, we were watching a movie last night. Were we watching a movie?
I
Oh,
don't
that
remember.
Ted Bundy movie. I woke up and it was crazy. I fell asleep in the massage chair. I woke up and there was some kind of loud noise. I felt like it was freaking me out. They were like, it was rushing towards, like, I don't know if it was the end. It was freaking me
Carolyn,
out.
I know the scene you were talking about. It was like all like it was almost like you know how you have someone under the influence and the screen is all funny and it's like, was that what you were
It
talking
was
about?
so
That
loud, and I was like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
And I was just like, what is going on? I didn't know how did anybody make it through that movie?
I didn't. I did not. I don't think the guy looked like Ted Bundy.
No,
I
I
don't
didn't
think
make
the
it through.
actor
I made it to like where he
I
got
don't
that
even
first
think
girl.
on
Where he
it.
got the first
I don't
girl, and
know
Robert E.
as
Bob
well.
said at least we didn't have to see the sawing or something, and that was the last thing I remember.
Oh my!
Yeah,
I
I
must
made
have
it through the
faded before that.
first, the second, and the third.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't make it through there. And I woke up, it was this rushing, something was rushing. And then my phone died during the night. So I lost contact with all the people that were supposed to be watching sleep.
Oh no.
So I didn't, I wasn't able to watch a lot of people sleep last night.
Oh, no.
No, I lost contact with them until the
Oh
morning.
no.
Until the morning. Till the morning. But
Well, you can't let that happen again, Carolyn.
I know. Robert E. Bob says it was good. Robert E. said that she watched it and it was good.
Did she think he looked like Ted Bundy? Robert, do you think he looked
I was
like
wondering why did he have a mask on in the first scene when that was in the 70s and people didn't wear masks?
No.
Did you notice that he had like a mask on his mouth?
I don't think it was ever known for Bundy to cover his face.
Yeah, but that was bizarre. He had like a mask on his mouth, like from his shirt. He had a covering his mouth. And why would he have that?
So that people didn't recognize him.
Yeah, but then wouldn't she be like, I'm staying away from this dude?
Well, he was
Yeah,
before his
definitely.
time.
I don't know. No, it wasn't the same movie, Sassy. No, it wasn't. The other time we watched this horrible, something evil. This was not the one. This is a different movie. It's called The Boogeyman, American Boogeyman. Kevin saw it. He thought it was good. The other movies were just absolutely crazy. The other movies, you watched the other movies?
The other movies were stupid.
Wait, what do you mean?
Sorry,
it went
Carolyn.
into other movies?
Yeah, 2 more, and we were so grateful when it actually said, "Do you want to continue watching?" And we're like, "Nobody press that button. Nobody press that button." The last movie, Alicia and I, and it'll come to me in a minute, we actually narrated it like a voiceover.
Yeah. But were they true crime movies?
No. The last one was looking for
Mr. Goodbar?
Silver Lake. The one in the middle was something dark, but you ended up into Day of the Dead. But Alicia can say that better in whatever the Day of the Dead. A lady was in a car accident with her husband, and she actually, for a very long time, thought she was deceased. And it went on and on and on and on and on and on. And then it came out that she wasn't deceased, that her husband had passed on. But she had to have psychotherapy for her to be convinced that she hadn't passed over, that she was living.
Well,
Oh.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, it was. But the first one was good.
Wander darkly.
What is it?
It went really quick. I couldn't read it. It was something. It had
Darkly?
dark in the.
Wander
I
darkly.
don't know. It had something in the dark. But the second one was looking
For Mr. Goodbar?
for Silver Lake, I think. And we just narrated that right through. We gave it our own narration. I won't even give you a feedback on that movie.
What's that noise?
Because Carolyn, right at the end, they were standing in a swimming pool, holding glasses of wine, dressed in white gowns. And I said to Alicia, they're about to drink the Kool-Aid. And she goes, what?
Oh.
They all drank the Kool-Aid, and Well, not all of them. One didn't. She held it in her mouth and spat it out. But the rest of them drank the Kool-Aid and floated in the pool.
Floated in the pool.
Dutch candy.
So that was that
Dutch
movie.
Candy? I don't know. Oh, there's Two Scooter. Two Scooter, you're gonna have to amp up your ankle bracelet. Voice chat. Hi everybody. I'm listening. Hope you all are well tonight and day. And may have fun today. Today, be good today.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. You've been big.
I love you too, Scooter. That was very kind to say. We love you
Love you.
very much.
She didn't say that she loved anybody. She just said, I hope you have a good day.
That was very kind. Thank you. That was nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's going to be a good day for everybody.
Well, it's not even, we haven't gone to bed yet. Why are you saying
No.
that? Don't say
Oh,
that.
isn't
Isn't
it Kevin's birthday today?
Today is Kevin's birthday.
Happy birthday,
Uh-oh, he didn't want people to make a big deal of.
Oh, but we always make a
I'm
big deal.
sorry, Kevin. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm sorry,
okay.
Kevin.
He's just joking.
It's too late.
Me?
No.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kevin.
Happy
You are
birthday,
awesome.
Kevin. Who's going to sing happy birthday to Kevin?
Nicole.
Yes, Gail.
1, 2, 3.
You were traumatized?
Gail?
Why isn't Cat supposed to be up? How about Sharon? Sharon?
What?
Are you going to sing happy birthday to Kevin?
Sing.
No one else was.
Well,
I
come
were.
on.
Okay,
1, 2.
three.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kevin. We love you so much.
Happy birthday to you.
And many more. There. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kevin.
Happy 21st birthday, Kevin.
Can you bring me a couple? Thank you. Yeah, that'd be good. I am a little hungry. I'm starving. I did not eat well today. I didn't eat. Intermittent fasting.
Because you didn't have any carbs in there.
Yeah, I don't know what I had.
Good too, yeah. Yeah.
Only 2?
No, I get more. I already ate 2. I mean, I had 2. I didn't already want.
I wish you would have got me like a bowl or a paper
I hope you had a lovely day, Kevin.
I hate that part, honey.
I hope you did. A quiet day or whatever he wanted it to be.
Can you give me a paper towel, Jimmy, please?
Oh, yes.
Something, a
These
napkin?
ones that won't rip right anymore. I got a bad.
Thank you.
bad pack habit. You want 3 more, honey?
Okay. I'll take
Okay.
Okay.
Here.
Thank
Sorry, we're having a little cherry break. Hey, that's a whole bunch you have.
Okay, thank you.
Look all you have.
I see him.
So they're gone now. Where are they eating?
Well, you have cherries? Oh, lucky.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Is it
So
cherry
big.
season? Michigan sweet cherry? Sweet dark
Let me
cherry?
show them how big. You have a big one in there, Sean? Look
I
how
just
big
dropped-
these are.
Did I drop a
That's
cherry?
seriously my
Did you
favorite.
say a cherry? I
fruit.
just looked like
I
a
can't
cherry
see.
went flying
It's
on
big.
the floor.
That is my
is.
favorite
Where? I don't
fruit.
You think it did?
I don't know. It sounded like it, but I don't see it.
You know what I really like? I love black cherry ice
Yeah, these are big though. Really.
Let me see. Pretty big. Like you
Oh,
can't see
wow.
here.
Sharon,
Very
that
big.
sounds so good.
My
Sharon.
father used to like Bing cherry vanilla ice cream. I couldn't stand it.
Oh, so good. You know what's also good is Rainier cherries.
Yeah.
Oh, those are the very colorful ones. The bright red and
Yeah, these
yellow.
are Canada cherries. I need a Canada
Those are those the Stemet ones?
Canada. They came from Canada, that's all I know. It's grown in Canada. Very big and sweet.
Oh, those are from Canada?
I remember when we were kids at Christmas, we'd have cherries on the table, and all us kids will hang them off our ears like earrings, like just 2 cherries.
You had cherries at Christmas?
Yeah, that's when we have them at Christmas.
No, I don't see one, honey.
Check my email?
No, I don't see one.
No, Tammy's saying check my email.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that a lot of the cherries in the U.S. come from Michigan, near the Traverse City area.
I think mine are from like Washington when I get them.
Those are the Rainier ones, aren't they? No,
Yeah, I
there's regular ones too from there.
Yeah, the dark sweet, the it's like Plu 14105. I just remembered weird numbers, but yeah, I think it's from Washington, the Stemet brand, I guess. And it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I like cherries. Period. It's, you know, if they're in season, they're good.
Somebody was throwing almonds into condensed milk. I don't know why. I'm just looking at something.
Oh, she gave me alcohol, man.
That sounds horrible. It sounds awful.
Is it baked or?
No, there's sort of a thumbnail with putting almonds in a can of condensed milk.
Okay.
It's gross.
They put almonds where?
In a can of condensed milk.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm allergic to almonds. I don't know.
You are?
I are.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You should have told us that. What if we killed you on vacation?
If I wasn't sure, I'd ask.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow, so that's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
crazy. I had my kind bars around you.
I didn't. It doesn't. It's not like peanut butter where you sniff it and you die. You
Oh
know.
my gosh, but we could have killed you, Sharon.
I had an EpiPen with me. I was good.
That was crazy.
Well, I had an EpiPen. I didn't have any.
What if you
You
thought
don't-
I had peanut M&Ms and they were almond M&Ms?
Well,
You would have died.
I would know the package. No, I wouldn't die. I would not die.
Well, the shape is different, Carolyn. The regular, you'll know there's an almond in there.
Yeah. No, I pretty
Good night, Linda.
Allergic to almonds?
What if I had them in a bowl?
Yeah, Sharon.
And you just thought they were peanut M&Ms and you just put them in your mouth?
Bars, you know, the
Mm-hmm.
with the almond in it. And
Yeah.
yeah, you just pull the almond out and eat it.
Oh, really?
Oh wow.
I might get some hives, but you know, if I take an allergy pill earlier in the day, I'm alright. If I actually eat almonds, like Chinese, they grind up almonds, and I keep telling them don't do it. Yeah, then it's a little worse. But
You remind me of me because I would just eat it still. I don't know, like I love shellfish, but if I ever had an allergy, I don't know what I would do. I love it. I mean, maybe I may eat
Well,
it.
you probably wouldn't eat it once your throat closed up, right?
Well, it depends. Well, it depends how severe. Yeah.
No, but wait till it opens and do it. You need it after it opens.
Once my son dated a girl that had a shellfish allergy. I'm glad he's not with her
Back
anymore.
up.
For various
I love
reasons. But
shellfish.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's difficult.
Oh,
I'm just going for evidence business. Other reasons.
Wait until it opens back up, then you eat it. Okay. Come on, honey, you know how to deal. I better be quiet. Next thing you know, I'll be allergic to something.
I just can't believe you didn't tell us that, Sharon. That should have been on your emergency certificate.
Yeah, I would have had a bracelet, I guess.
I've had an EpiPen.
I know, but what if you like passed out? We gave you some almond paste to bring you. See, it'd be dangerous.
Carolyn, we're not going to give her almond paste.
Could be marzipan or something to give her like sugar and
Or
it may bring
almond
her.
oil, fried everything up in almond oil.
Yeah, that was
Oh
not
my
good.
goodness, that's scary.
That was scary,
Yeah,
Sharon. You
Sharon.
should have told us.
Okay, I'm allergic to almonds.
And then your husband would have been like, "Well, how did she? Well, they didn't tell us that she was allergic to almonds."
Are you laughing? Okay.
Oh, honey.
That's really bad.
It's not gonna, not like sulfa. Sulfa, if you want to kill me, give me sulfa.
And then
But
we'd have guilt for the rest
Yeah,
of
I'm
our
not good with
lives.
sulfur.
Sharon, we'd have guilt for the rest of our lives that we killed Sharon because she didn't tell us. And even though people would say, "Don't feel guilty, she didn't tell you she was allergic to almonds," there was no way you could know. You'd constantly think, "Did she ever say she was allergic to almonds and a lie that I missed it?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh well.
yeah.
No
Oh
problem.
my God. You
I
feel
will-
guilty,
I
Carolyn,
will-
for the rest of your
We
life.
would feel good because we'd think like maybe she mentioned it once in a live when we weren't paying
we didn't
attention.
hear it.
No, if I'm not sure about something, I'll ask. But on the whole, I know what I'm eating. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, what did we eat in that house besides the, what do you call it? The cinnamon rolls that Kevin brought. Now I ate those like crazy.
Really?
Oh yeah, I usually eat them about 3 o'clock in the morning. Along with my ice cream. Yeah.
I love homemade jam on ice
Me
cream.
too. I do too. So good.
And the more bits in it, the better. As
Oh,
long
I
as no
agree.
seeds.
Yes. Freezer jam's good.
Freeze it.
Yes. Freezer jam.
Kevin sometimes likes warm cookies out of the oven.
Worm cookies.
He sometimes likes warm cookies out of the oven.
Well, I gave up worms for Lent, for sure.
Worms.
Gary, make Kevin some cookies for his birthday.
There
Oh
we go.
yeah, Kevin, it's birthday.
Right.
Oh,
We should have
Deborah.
a giant cookie for his birthday.
My son once put a Subway cookie, and you know the cookies with like the M and the M's, or the warm, just a cookie you get with a meal, right? He put it in the microwave to warm up,
Right.
but he put it in for too long, and the microwave oven sparked and smoked.
Oh.
Like the
Well, did
you
it
know,
have
you put a heat
aluminum foil wrapping?
No, you just put it in for too long. Do you know how you put a hot pack in for too long, a wheat pack? You know what that does?
No.
Rice pack, wheat pack?
No.
No, I don't even know what that is. What's a
What
rice
is a
pack?
rice pack?
Hot pack, wheat pack, rice pack.
Oh, what's a
I
hot
make them.
pack? Can you describe it?
I make them. You get you get a sleeve, you fill it with either wheat, and you sew it up, put it, here, I got one behind my back right now. I'll show you.
I have a
Oh my God, are you selling them, Gail? Because that's kind of cool.
It'll be too expensive to sell them. They're so heavy.
Where do you get that?
You can buy. I have a lamb, and I warm it up in the
Yeah,
microwave.
She's making it.
And so if you sell them,
I have a
if you-
snowman that somebody sent me for a blog review. I think Sensi sent it to me. I think that's a snowman.
If you heat these
Yeah.
too long or too many times, I put a little bit of water in it. So
It will
you
catch
can,
fire and
you know,
burn.
do your thing.
It will
But
catch
if you
fire.
put them in too long,
Will catch
or
fire.
reheat it for long, many times, because you can unpick them and refill them, right? They can catch on fire. Now that's what he did with the cookie. It started you could see that it was going to catch on fire, and we had to run and get everybody outside And
Wow.
someone,
What do you have to do to make them, Sassy?
Yeah. How long do you put them in for, Gail? In the microwave?
2 minutes, 2 minutes with a cup of
Wow.
water.
Hi, tag you
With
in.
what do you do with the water? Did you just put the water in the microwave?
You put a glass of water in the microwave, away from it. You put the pad in the microwave for 2 minutes. I either make them out of wheat or I make them out of rice.
Gail,
I
will
have
you
made
take
them
orders for them?
my. Hey,
Will you take
Sorry,
orders for
Hazel?
them for Aussie people?
I'll talk to you the weight of them.
Yeah, because they're so
I'll
hard to
talk
find.
Well,
the
couldn't you
decent one.
couldn't you make them and then just have them? They're not fillable. Like you could send them unfilled and people would fill them with rice.
What you do is you just
That's a good
at one
idea.
end, you just fill it up with a Okay, I'll come back on camera.
I don't know. So
See
Maybe-
here. See here.
okay.
You this is here. You can unpick that, throw out what's in here, and refill it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's such a good idea.
So if someone wanted to, you just get a funnel, put it down, let it all go through, and then all you have to do is sew it back up here.
Very cool.
But what if you put
I've
it?
got some beautiful ones. Okay, my brother-in-law had terrible cancer experience at the end of his life. I made him so many that he could put on any place of his body that was needed. Like I just made a whole bag full and just sent them off.
That's cool.
And then they just threw them out when they were no longer needed.
Yeah. I'll definitely talk to you, though. Because they're
Yes.
so hard to find in the shops.
Yeah, they are. They are.
I'll look at
I
it.
have got so
bottles.
many. In my craft room, I have got so many pre-made, ready to fill for the markets that we couldn't have because I did markets here. And because we weren't allowed to do markets anymore, I've got all of these ready to fill. I ended up giving my wheat away to a friend to feed her chooks because you just can't store wheat for how many years we thought that we were going to.
Can't you use rice?
But I have got kilos of rice in plastic bags, not opened, in the craft shed.
But then they say there's werbles or something in rice.
How cool. That is cool. If you could just maybe on auction, if someday, if you ever, just sell the fabric part and let us fill it.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh, are you kidding? I got a new career for myself.
Yeah, just Google wheat rice packs, and you can actually
Okay.
get little printouts of you can put lavender in them. You can
What, Jimmy?
I've got a
What is that?
I've got lots of them. But what happens is someone comes to the house and says, "Oh, have you got a wheat pack? Have you got a rice pack?"
Okay,
And
they're
then they
$20
go
on
home with it,
Amazon, Gal.
and it doesn't come back. Hey,
They're $20 for just a plain one on Amazon, a small one.
I don't sell them like that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause I
where
make it out
you
of old. Yeah,
Mine will be the lamb
handcrafted.
goes over your
Yeah,
and
but
mine
they might
are
not be
all
that
made out of
great either.
recycled materials. Like I have to show you this one day when I can actually. This next shed is finished. It'll all be set up. It's all you just pull the cupboard out, and that's where my rice pack stuff is. That's where my stuff is. Just one more shed.
They're actually, it's for a 13
Okay.
inch by 7 inch, and they are charging $20.45 for that
And
size.
how much does it weigh? How much for the delivery? How much does it weigh?
I don't know if it's filled or not. Let me see.
Oh, they're always filled. They're always filled.
Oh, they're always filled. So the
And
shipping.
sometimes I make covers for them. So if you heat your rice pack up, some people like covers so you're not always touching the original rice pack.
That would be cool too.
I used to make them for the nurses at work.
You can
just
make the
as,
covers. too. I want to get one of these because this is really cool.
It's amazing what you can make when you can sew.
Yeah, I just give them to my friends. I just give them out to all my friends. Because they're nothing to make. You know how cheap rice is? I buy it when it's on the really, really 2-for-1 great big bags of special. And okay, so do you know how you've got
It weighs 1.13 pounds.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. Do you know how you had those old serviettes and they're all like tapestry or they could be fancy looking? So say I go into a thrift shop and there might be a dozen of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
A dozen looking tapestry heat packs.
Well,
$2.
I've never even heard of this. This is like the first I've ever even knew of these existing. It's pretty cool.
That one is behind my back because I've got major problems there, and it actually separates my discs.
Oh
When I'm
wow,
sitting up, it separates my discs.
that's amazing.
Mm.
That's very useful for somebody that's having neck problems or those back.
Oh
problems.
yes.
Like Debbie, maybe it would help her. I don't know if she's still here, but that might be something. I don't know if she's ever heard of it or what.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So
You're always looking for something to relieve it. The problem is, beware if you buy one. Mine was cinnamon scented, okay? And
Oh,
it
boy.
was strong.
did it ever go away?
It's finally lessened.
I got a lavender one, and do you know what? I just left it in my wardrobe for my clothes. I couldn't
ridiculous.
I couldn't handle it.
Or something. I can't stand that.
I put it
Oh,
in the
wow.
dining room. Yeah, it took about 3 years before it got where you could stand it.
Yep. Yeah, and I just left mine in the wardrobe. So I couldn't take it.
I couldn't stand it either.
No.
Too much.
That's
What's
cool though.
Helen sitting up there?
Probably even use them for like potpourri. You could put anything in them. Like you
Yeah, I'd be careful because you're microwaving it.
Well,
You
you
can
don't.
actually put them in snap lock bags and put them in the freezer and bring them out and use them in reverse.
Huh. Okay.
Yep. I couldn't tell you how many I've made. They're just easy.
Yeah.
My favourite though are tapestry ones. I really like that old lounge tapestry look.
Yep. I haven't seen
I reckon
that
one of my daughters has my favourite one, not this other favourite. It's really long.
I'd like
And
to
there's
see that.
another one. You can actually put straps on them that you can put like Velcro and strap it around you for your tummy. You know, like your tummy when you have room at tummy. You know, lady tummy times.
Yeah, that's true. And
That's
it's like
really
a hot water
cool.
bottle, but it's really in the microwave. But you can also flip it around and use it on your lower back.
Ooh,
Yes.
that sounds
You
good.
also like having heated seats in the car. Only
But
a
you
little-
have to be very careful
Yeah.
because they are a huge cause of fire in the microwave. So you need your little bit of glass of water to steam and burns. Where older people have used, I'm talking older people, have used them and not realised the heat, and they have caused massive burns.
Oh
I
yeah.
They're like a hot
imagine.
water bottle. I remember my nana had the hot water bottle and it burst in bed, perished.
Oh.
They used to crochet the covers around them, and
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But there are lots of the little things that were for the markets, and that, well,
Aren't you
I
allowed to
haven't
do
been to-
markets yet up there?
No,
Gail?
not.
We've
all my stuff.
started
my
markets
stuff-
down here.
Have you?
Yes, all the summer markets have just ended, and they're going into the winter ones now.
They've got a few around, but I just haven't started it up again. I just haven't done it.
Yeah. It's a big shift, like after being in lockdown for so long, it's such a big shift to go back to.
And we were
how
going to
things
do
were.
the markets from the Riverland to Adelaide. And then,
Okay.
and that's when everything was shut down. So we just packed it all up.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of
What a
work,
shame.
as you would know.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Liza,
Markets
it's
are a lot of work. Yeah.
We've
sure.
got a gazebo that is 6 meters by 3 meters, and I don't even know how to turn that into anything. But that is really big. 2 massive market tables and clothes racks, and it was enormous.
I wish I was there.
Oh my gosh.
Be there.
Yes, Nicole. And
picturing
we
it.
did it also incorporated homeschooling into it.
Oh wow.
So
really? So the kids
Esther,
learn.
Esther was the complete person who looked after the till and the calculating and the kitty and the documenting, and that was incorporated as her homeschooling project.
Oh, that's good.
That's awesome. They're learning hands-on, and that is so important.
Carolyn,
and pricing.
Yeah.
Pricing.
What is your base made out of that you're working on your shell tree?
This is wood, just a wood like plaque thing you can get at the Dollar Tree or Walmart, and then this is just a styrofoam piece.
Oh, so it's 2 pieces that you put together?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So what did you do? Did you spray paint the tips or something?
Wow. Can someone highlight her?
I am highlighted.
Oh, you are?
Yes. You just gotta watch her on
I
YouTube.
painted this with truffle.
Oh, let me take a look on YouTube.
With truffle paint.
Yes. It looks really cool.
Oh, sorry, Carolyn. We didn't know you were highlighted.
Oh, that's okay.
She is when she talks. You did not paint those?
I painted this and the wood.
Oh, all right.
Not the shells.
Okay. I remember seeing shells like that. I really liked them. Kevin kept rejecting them. I'd say, look at this, Kevin.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Kevin didn't know any better, I guess.
Yeah,
Poor
the
Kevin.
mother of pearl. I've got
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
They do. They have mother of pearl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin wants to ask about adding a chicken wire over cone.
What?
For more height. All right. Ask about adding a chicken wire cone over that
for more height. Yeah, for more height to the tree, add a chicken wire to the cone there. Is that possible to make a higher?
Oh, yeah. I have chicken wire.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Who asked that, Kevin?
Yeah,
Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin needs to get the hot glue gun out.
Kevin, you need to get the hot glue gun out. This is going to be like a puzzle. Like we're just going to work on it all the time.
Yeah, that looks fun.
It does.
It's like shell Jenga.
Yeah, it's mesmerizing.
I need a new glue stick already. Where's my glue stick?
Hi, Deborah Vancouverden. She's going to be right back. She's going to get some laundry.
Who's getting laundry?
Deborah Vancouverden. She said she'll be right back. She went to get laundry off the line.
Off the line?
Yeah, a clothesline.
I know, but it's nighttime.
Yeah, but it's
no,
safe
it's
for
not.
her.
It's 4:30.
Yeah.
All right.
I love that glue gun.
I know, Robady said I'm now a germophobic, so I avoid crowds. I hope one day soon this virus will be over, but dot 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 dot. I feel you.
Who's he feeling? Who's she feeling? I
Rubbity
mean,
Bob. She
no,
just
but,
said
but
she's over it. She's avoiding crowds. She said she hopes the virus would be over, but it's not. I mean, she said, dot dot dot.
Oh.
There's a new strain there. Things are picking up again here. I know that.
No, they said they're not. I just heard them say on the news they're not picking up.
Where did in your state or like?
I heard them say them. I think in the whole United States they said it wasn't. That's what I just heard them say yesterday.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I didn't watch the news for a couple of days. I guess it changed.
Yes. What did everybody else hear? That's what I heard.
Did anybody else hear there was an uptick?
They were talking about school, and they said, "Oh, since things are getting better," they were talking about school, and they said that the rates were down.
Really?
That's what they said.
Let me look at the COVID. Or can we say that the virus tracker rather? Sorry.
Hi, Kevin Leonard mentioned what he said. What about adding a chicken wire cone over it to add more height?
Yeah, she's doing it.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, she's doing it already. I think she said she had it. Do you?
I have chicken wire. I have two things of chicken wire right over here.
Wow, cool.
The tree's going to be so cool when it's,
Mm-hmm.
Looks really fun.
I was really curious about how you were going to make a shelter. And I was so surprised to see you having them sticking out like that. And I'm like, oh, of course,
Right.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
We went down in our cases. That's good. We did.
I told you, see?
But look. If you look at the map, they're still high all over Florida, all over. It's still really high.
And it's still, is it high in North Carolina? Because it was really high. My county had the highest incidence in the state a couple months ago. I wonder if
I guess some places are still high up, and some places have gone down. Wow.
I wonder if it's because we have like Raleigh-Durham International Airport, like it's called International Airport. If that
maybe.
Because also we have lots of hospitals and stuff.
But then you would think that JFK and Logan and New York and in Boston would be high, with that being a international airport, right? A hub.
Yeah, I mean we have a lot of hospitals and like universities and colleges.
Yeah.
Wonder, like, maybe like more intermingling or something,
Yeah.
Or like with hospitals, I think I always think, well,
I'm going to see Korn in Evanescence in a couple of weeks.
Oh, what is this?
Yeah. I'm excited. We're staying in a nice place in Boston for a couple days. We're going to enjoy the city because we don't often get out to the city. So we're going to do that, and I'll bring you guys with me.
I'm sure I'll be on too, right?
Oh my God, I'm going to bring you. No, I'm taking Joel wants to go, so I'm taking him.
You're going to feel like kids again.
We're going to see Korn and Evanescence. I was telling them. Yeah, so it's going to be cool, I think. And I'll bring you guys with me if you want. Like, I'm always in Zoom anyway.
Well, yeah, we'd love to see some of it. I mean, I'm sure your husband.
Well, not the whole time. It's not going to be. Well, you never know with me. It might be the whole time.
Yeah, I think your husband would want some of your attention.
She's not
No,
going.
I'm
with
not going with my husband. My husband works.
Oh,
I can't.
I'm going with Joel.
No, I can't.
Joel,
go.
Yeah.
It's in the middle. I can't. It's in like the middle of the week. He's working.
Is he gonna pout?
No, he doesn't. Huh?
No. Is he gonna pout because he can't go see them too?
No, he doesn't want to go.
Oh.
No, he doesn't want to go. He doesn't. He can't really because he's at risk where he works. He can't get sick. It's going to be a big, he works at a biopharma company, and he can't in a clean room.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't if he goes with those crowds, he can't chance it.
I don't know if he was a big fan, or something too.
That's really cool, Carolyn.
It is.
It'll work. I don't know, but it'll be fun. I guess it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little old for concerts, but you know what? That's okay. I don't know.
You're not old for concerts. What are you
You
talking
don't
about?
think so? I don't know. I don't. I think
Concerts are for
after I think I actually after I had the kids, I think I just stopped going to.
Yeah, but you're never too old.
Well, if you're 97, maybe you are.
Maybe, but I've seen people of all ages at concerts I've gone
I'm
to.
joking. I'm just joking. Just
Well,
being
especially like the concerts for like, the acts that, were popular when we were, kids or in our 20s and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You are the age of the crowd that's going to be there probably, You think it's going to be a lot of young people, but it's really going to be people your age because
You
those are
think
the
so?
fans.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because Korn and Evanescence, they've been around for a long
Because those are
time.
the fans. Those are the fans, The people who were like big fans in the heyday, when they
I
were
know,
up
but you
all
know
the
what was
time.
funny though? When we went to see, who did we go see? We saw Slipknot and Cypress Hill are touring together now.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to go see them. Oh my God, when was that? I gotta think when that was.
April or June? June.
Yeah, it was in June. So we went in June, and oh my God, I forgot what we were talking about. Right mid sentence.
Slipknot and the Cypress Hill.
Yeah, and we went there, and there were a lot of young people there. It was strange, and the funny part was the young people were dressed like the way we used to dress back in that time, and it freaked me out.
They probably got into their parents' music. The parents,
You think so? It was so
CDs.
wild. Like they had the chain wallets and like the bands around their wrists, like with the big spikes. I'm like, did I go into a time machine? This is the weirdest thing ever. So that
Did they have
happened.
those kicks pants or anything?
Yes. Well, the pants. It was getting there. I don't want it to go back to that. The Jenkos. You remember the Jenkos?
Yes, I do. My son had them.
Oh no, I had them in the late 90s, 1998.
I let my son have those wide leg pants with all the straps and everything on them too.
1997. That was what we did back in the late 90s.
Oh, those are horrible pants.
I wore them, and they would get all wet at the bottom, and my parents would be like, "Oh, they're all wet at the bottom, tracking the dirt in the house."
The poor kid
like, "I'm sorry."
Died in them though because he would he had a BMX bike and he'd ride to school. Imagine what happened to those straps.
My goodness, they go right over the pedals.
I was like, well, you might not want to ride your bike this morning. And he was like, I'm riding my bike.
Just weird though how styles come back,
Mm-hmm.
Now I think it's the 80s, and I think that's attributed to TikTok and like.
Because I'm kind of hungry.
In Stranger
I don't know.
The 80s is a big divergent, like the, not the Gen X, the generation. Yeah.
Oh, God. All right, can I do it?
Gen Z is into 80s fashion and stuff like that now.
Oh yeah, like my daughter came in today and she had a scrunchie around her in her shirt and a ponytail. I was like, okay, this is happening.
Like a plain one?
Yeah.
You want me to put one in there for you?
No.
I shouldn't just make one. I can make more. Okay.
And then the leopard print boots were popular back then. You remember that?
There's nothing I miss from 80s fashion.
Nah, I never really experienced it because I was 10 in 1990.
I'm just cooking one of these.
So my childhood was the 90s pretty much, right? Because that's when like you're a teen and you're like after 10. So I don't know if I'm an 80s kid or a 90s kid. I don't know what that would consider me.
I think I'm pretty much an 80s kid. You're younger than I am.
Hold on a minute.
And believe it or not, like a Euro goth. Wild. Sort of punk goth thing. My mother was like, I'm not going anywhere with you. It's too embarrassing.
Hey, we all did the punk goth thing at one point, right? I did.
I
did not.
I did it all. Like, I was, not at all, but not to the extreme that some of them, But I was kind of always me.
Yeah, all the jet black hair, the really white makeup, the lightning bolt in my face.
No, I never did the makeup, just the black hair. I just got my hair black.
Well, I probably got away with it because I was in Germany, and there's more of a scene there. So I mean, you still look weird, but there was a bunch of other weirdos with you.
Well, that's cool. That works.
Yep.
I mean, my nose is pierced. I had my septum pierced. I don't wear it. I don't wear it on lives, really. I guess I took it out like 3 weeks ago and never put it back in.
My mom just asked one thing of me. She said, "Don't get a tattoo until you're 40. And if you really want one, I won't say anything."
Well, you're not 40 yet, so you have time.
I've been 40, for a while now.
No, we don't say that. You're not 40 yet. A heart made wise.
Okay, 37. Yeah.
Yeah. That tree is coming along.
I know. I'm just
Look
sitting
at
here
her.
watching that.
You want to eat fries?
She's going.
I think the 80s were pretty fun. At least some of them were.
There's like.
I don't want to. Of course, I got a lot of freedom being, in Europe, really in Germany, in my late teens because the public transportation was so good. You got to do a lot more than you would here because you could get there by yourself.
I guess I got all my experience from taking the bus to school and home.
Oh yeah.
It's wild, wild times. I'd love to go to Europe someday, maybe someday,
I was just lucky because, I was an Army brat and my dad was in Special Forces and he got the opportunity to go to Special Operations Command Europe. And that was first in Munich and then in Stuttgart, Germany. So I got to spend my last, 3 years at home there. And it was awesome. Because everything's, other countries in Europe are so close when you're in Europe already. So you get to go a lot of places and see a lot of things and, for much cheaper than you ever would. And, I got to see things I would have never had the opportunity to see in my lifetime,
Yeah.
Stationed over there.
That's amazing, experience all you can and get to do all you can in this life. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. I mean, I consider myself really lucky that they got to travel at all, because not everybody gets to do that.
If I've been to Canada and I've been to Quebec City and that's about it. And just the United States. But never outside that far. I'd like to go to Japan someday. I think that would be pretty cool.
So like on little weekend trips and stuff like that. And I got to see, Spain, little Italy, little Switzerland, little France, little Denmark,
We could go to Hello Kitty World, Nicole.
Yeah, I would love to go to
Yeah.
Japan. I would eat all the stuff that everybody thinks is gross, like all that Japanese street food. I would eat it all. I don't care.
That's another great thing to come out of the 80s. I mean, I remember I would sit in the, in the department store staring at the shelf of all the Sanrio stuff.
Mm.
Yeah. I love the Sanrio store in New York City. I get lost in there for hours.
I don't even know what the Sanrio store is. I pretended to know by not saying anything, but now I have to know.
Last time I was there, I shipped a locker back home from the store.
Wow.
A Hello Kitty locker.
Oh, wow. I've seen it on TV, that's all. It looks amazing. And the one in Japan too.
Yeah.
I'm like a
looking
video.
it up. The Sanrio store.
I watched a girl in Australia called Pretty Pastel Please, and she went there on a trip to Japan.
Yeah, like My Melody, Twin Stars, Hello Kitty, that kind of stuff, Nicole.
Oh, really? I'm on the site now. Oh, you can buy things. Why did it have to do this?
You can switch it from US to Japan, so you're not buying like US junk.
Okay,
You can
hold on a
buy it
minute.
from the Japanese site and actually get good things.
Well, I mean, everything is good in some way.
Well, yeah. I mean,
You get a free fruit juice eraser with the purchase of Fruit Series plush. What's a fruit juice eraser?
I think I only own 3 Hello Kitty things. I have like a little plushy little nerd, with little eyeglasses, and then Hello Kitty, and I have a Hello Kitty water bottle, stainless steel one, and a pen. I think that,
I have a Hello Kitty lamp.
Oh,
that's
wow. My
so cute.
daughter would love
A
this
lamp.
stuff.
Yeah, it's cute.
Oh, these plushies are so cute. It's definitely not cheap. Oh boy, but they're real stuff. It's like real, like Hello Kitty and Stony Clover Lane holiday cozy flat pouch. $84. Oh my god.
but it's well made. It's not garbage like you get at Walmart, Hello Kitty Walmart, and
Yeah, the
that
Japanese
kind of stuff.
Okay, I'm looking. It looks nice. It's actually on sale. It was 108, so it's 22% off.
You can go on eBay and maybe find a little bit of better deal. I always check eBay to see if there's the same item. They have the Japanese products there sometimes too. Sometimes they're really marked up though. But it's
Oh, they have a Hello Kitty truck. You could see where the truck is. Nowhere near me. In Denver, Colorado, there's going to be a truck.
That's cool.
On August 20th, 10 a.m., guys. A Hello Kitty truck. The Hello Kitty cafe truck is returning to Park Meadows, guys, on Saturday, August 20th. Come say hello to us at the Vistas near Loft between 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. and pick up some super cute treats and merch while supplies last. See you there. And then tomorrow, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, or the 20th, rather, Saturday. All over. This is cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they have everything. This is kind of cool.
Did you look up the My Melody stuff? It's really cute.
I am. Let me see.
That's not the bunny, is it?
I get a look. Yeah, look. Oh, look at the plushie. The strawberry 6-inch plushie. Look at how cute. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to start to like this because I'm gonna buy stuff.
Maybe you could buy a couple, get a couple cute little things for your girls for Christmas.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to, plan ahead.
Oh, I will anyway. I know. I already have a bunch of stuff.
Oh, you
believe
do?
me.
You're
Oh,
an early-
yeah. All year.
Do they like the Sanrio stuff?
What'd you say, Sharon?
Nothing.
It was
Oh,
me.
I don't know.
Your girls like Sanrio stuff?
Oh, she's talking about Sanrio.
Nicole, are your girls into Hello Kitty?
Nah, not
Oh,
really.
but she'll get them into it.
I could get them in. Yeah, I
you'll
could
have
get them
other
into it.
characters too that they might like one of them.
The
I'll just
Twin
get a
Star stuff is really cute too. You
what is
probably
it?
would like that a lot, Nicole.
I'll just get 2 Hello Kitties and I'll make them like I'll just be like, "Hi, my name's Sandy and my name's Frank," and I'll make them talk and maybe they'll want some Hello Kitty stuff. I don't know. They're too old now for that.
No, they're not.
No, they're
Well, I
not.
mean, like for me to get them to like it if I do that,
Oh yeah,
Well, you
That's
can
what
yeah,
I'm saying. Yeah.
yeah.
Like I can't be like, you know, I don't know how I would get them into it.
What you
Maybe.
do is you buy something for yourself that you really like, and they will
Oh,
automatically want it.
That's true.
okay, that's a good idea. I never thought of that ever.
Oh, no, that's true.
Thank you. I'll do that. I'm looking on the site still then.
Yeah, I have this my grandmother started buying it for me when I was, you know, 2. So the
Oh,
stuff that I have is very old and collectible. And
Wow.
I wanted another compact that I have because it's my favorite thing that I have from then, this vintage one that I've got. And it's like 2.5 inches squared. You know, it's tiny, and you open it up, it's got a little mirror and a comb that doesn't even match the outside of the box. I don't know why they did that, but it's a little plastic case, but it's solid. Anyway, it's my favorite thing in my whole collection. It's one of the first pieces I got. So I've been trying to find another one, the same one, for a gift. And I finally found one, and it was listed on Mercari for $125.
Dang.
And I was like, oh, I don't really know if I want to do that. But yeah, it's the older stuff is very, very collectible.
Send me a picture of it on Slack.
There's
I'll
they
take
have
a
a
look. I have a talent for finding things. I don't know why, but I love to help you look.
Yeah, it's really cute. And the lady even said in the ad, she was like, I've knocked some off the price because the comb inside doesn't match. It's from another set. And I was thinking, like, if you knew what this was, you would know that that's the comb that came with it
Yeah, so it wasn't
originally.
hers. It wasn't hers to begin with, apparently, right?
Yeah.
they have Hello Kitty Pyrex. Wow.
really? You
They
know
have
what they
Hello
have in
Kitty
Hello Kitty?
everything.
They have a
People
set of
buy me so
2.
much Hello Kitty stuff, like when I was younger. If people knew I collected it, then for my birthday, I end up with like a Hello Kitty toaster, I had a Hello Kitty waffle maker,
Right.
you end up with all kinds of stuff, and you're sort of like, that's not literally what I
Buy
collect.
Hello
Like
Kitty fun.
So what do you collect?
Fun.
Just like the little figures and things.
the trinkets and things. I mean,
Mhm.
occasionally I get something big that's like the Hello Kitty locker I had shipped from the New York store.
I like the trinkets too. The stationery, the pens, the little.
I love the stationery. That's one of my favorite things. So I always have a bunch of that. I love the stickers. Most of my collection is in storage. I don't have it anywhere in my room or anything. Like, I feel like I'm pretty grown up for that. And I have 4 boys, so it's not like it's going to them. So I don't really know who it's going to.
Daughter-in-law.
I think you should get it out sometime and put it somewhere so you can look at it. Enjoy it. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not too old to
Yeah.
enjoy. Not too
I'm
old to enjoy.
afraid that we have 2 big storage units. When we moved here, we decided I wanted to minimalize my house, and so we have 2 big storage units, and I just don't even want to deal with them.
I can understand that.
My grandmother, certainly not as their main occupation, but just as her hobby, she had an antique shop. And so I have a lot of things from her that are in there. You know, and a lot of furniture and things that aren't really my style, but I keep them because they were hers.
Yeah.
And the boys might be interested in some of that stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, my boys always just take whatever they want. I don't care. I really don't.
You're a good
I'm
mom.
not someone who's very attached to material possessions, so it doesn't bother me. You know, when they want to take things, I don't care, or give things away, I don't care. Like it doesn't, if it's not being used, someone else might as well have it.
Right. I am attached to things, like things that my mother gave me or that belonged to my grandmother or things like that. I'm just like, mine forever,
Yeah.
I know it's just a thing, but it just means, it feels like a connection to them, sort of,
Yeah, well, I try really hard because it would be really easy for me to be a hoarder.
I struggle.
So
don't buy
I
anything
try
else.
to keep it.
I think I like the idea of things. Like when I see something, I'm like, ooh, and I buy it. And then it gets here. And I'm like, ooh, and then I put it somewhere. And then I forgot that I had it. And I think that's my problem. And I don't know but I keep buying the things. So like, I don't know. I just my fingers just want to buy things. I don't know what it is.
Tell your fingers.
Yeah.
I said
the
Christmas
tree is getting to the top.
I know, it's looking good.
It's really neat.
She's really talented with arts and crafts. You all are.
I just never would have thought.
I could never. I know people. You'll yell at me, so I'm not going to say I could never. I just think it would be fairly challenging for me to do a tree like that.
Why?
No.
It takes. It's somebody that doesn't have attention deficit, I guess.
I have it. I have that.
You do. I have it.
Yeah, I have it.
I don't take anything though. I can't.
I have attention deficit disorder.
I didn't hear it. I don't think Carolyn takes anything either.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Because if she did, I'd be very surprised. I mean,
I try. Hold on, what's going on? You know what? Danielle. Why do I want to call you Danielle? Nicole. Why did I call you Danielle?
That's okay. We live near the same place.
Okay. Nicole. For years, I thought I had anxiety and not ADHD. I never had ADHD. I had ADD. And I never found out until I was an adult. And I took a test somewhere, and then I read a book, Delivered from Distraction, and it's another one written by a doctor, and it was all about a different kind of presentation of ADD. See, I was a straight A student. I made the high honor roll. I was more like my senior year, and they say senioritis. I'd be like to my parents, no, I can't. My parents be like, relax. You've already gotten into college. You already did. But I was like a nutcase, and I used to take, I used to have lisps. And I was in like 3 AP courses at a time, like just sciences. I tripled my sciences at one time. That's the kind of person I was.
Oh my! You remind me of my mother and my daughter. My mother and my daughter are just like that.
But when you like that,
Carolyn.
And I realized that I would have these extensive lists, and nobody told me that that's how I cope. But there, like, say there was a list pad like this, I would have one in my room, and it would say AP test this date, this AP chemistry exam back on this date, and it was just crazy. Okay, but I knew what it was, and I never had any behavioral problems. I never had any kind of stuff like that. And then, but I thought, like, oh gosh, I have anxiety. Then I found out it wasn't anxiety. It was ADD. That's what I found out
Same
later.
thing.
And then when I
I had a
started reading
test
those
done.
things, and I realized that I taught myself how to function with those lists
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Yeah, you made yourself a routine and organize yourself.
Yeah.
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 Which,
But
you
like
know,
I'm like chaos. Like my desk could be very messy, and that's just the way
The
I
same
work.
way.
And but I know where everything is, and I know how to work. And don't you dare mess with my desk. And that's just leave my desk alone. I know where my stuff is.
I'm the same way.
And my daughter's
Same.
like
Joel's
that
like
too.
same.
Yeah,
Where everybody in this house is like that.
yeah.
Is it
Everybody,
organized-
the kids,
organized-
except for Phil. Wait, except for my husband. He's the only one that isn't like that. He is so organized.
Who?
Phil.
Organized, I'm just disorganized, organized. It might look like disorder, but I know where everything is.
There's
Right.
organization in chaos. Always remember that.
Right.
Hey,
I know.
there you
The
go.
creative people are the disorganized people.
Right.
But I'm not really creative. I mean, I'm just messy.
Maybe you are though.
Maybe there's something. Who knows? Gotta find it.
Maybe there's lots of things.
It's somewhere in there. My mom was like that her whole life. And it's so strange because my grandmother never pushed her to be that way. And my mom always did was independent since very young. And she always thought it was important to excel in school. And she always did excel in school. And she was a valedictorian of her school and her college, of her high school and her college at Worcester State in
My
1970.
daughter-in-law was too. Yeah.
And she wanted to be a veterinarian, and she went to school for that, but she couldn't deal with the euthanization aspect of it. So she changed her major and she went into speech pathology, and she excelled and went to school for several years after when we were young. And her whole life she was like that. And my daughter Iris is the same way. But I'm just like, I'm different but the same. I'm like messy, like kind of, and scatterbrain, and I have ADD.
But you're messy, you're smart.
Yeah, but I'm messy, and I have to organize I feel like I can't organize my brain enough to get things. And then you get overwhelmed when there's so much. Like you're like, I have to do this and I have to do this, and
perfectionist on top of that.
And it's hard. It's hard for
My
me.
daughter struggles with that. She's ADD too. Yeah, she
I'm
struggles.
not on anything, and I probably should be on something for it, but with my injury, I feel like I'm on so much. I mean, that's a whole other thing.
You don't want to add another.
You don't want to add another to it. I can't.
Only if it really negatively impacts your life. If it's not, then
it's not negative, but I just feel like it's embarrassing because it's sometimes frustrating. And
are you late? Are you late a lot of the time?
Yeah. Yeah. Or I forget that I have an appointment.
I'm picky about punctual.
I forget that I have it, and then I'm like, oh my God. My alarm, and then I had something to do today, but I wasn't sure what it was. Like, and then I have that feeling of, it's not anxiety, it's just like disorder. You know what I mean? I can't describe it any other way.
Get yourself some post-it notes and leave yourself notes.
But I mean, it's not a big deal. The mess doesn't bother me. I just feel like it may bother other people, and I shouldn't care, right? But I just feel like embarrassed about it,
Well, if you're embarrassed, then you need to tackle it. If your daughter don't feel like they can bring people home, or it bothers them,
it's not like that. No.
Oh
my God. No, it's just,
don't worry about it.
No, it's just like, it's cluttered.
Yeah.
There's a little too much on the table. It's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is,
Yeah.
Jimmy is like, Jimmy's like he's like a little kid with always stuff in his pockets and stuff that he brings home, and always like, we have a big sectional couch, and I swear to you, he has one side that's, you clean it off, and then he just puts everything there. Like he has to, I think he can't see things. He doesn't remember he has it if he puts it in a cabinet or a closet.
Oh, you
So
gotta
he
see it.
wants to see it. He wants to see it. So he wants to see his music books. He wants to see his stuff. And it's so, oh my gosh. It's overwhelming for me because it's like,
Well, you
Jimmy,
know
you've
what?
got to do
You know
what's
what though?
necessary.
Even Phil, my husband, and he's so organized. I don't know how he does it. I look at him like how do you do it? Everything
It's
is
innate.
coordinated.
It's
I
innate. My
yeah,
husband's
he's
like that too.
like I'm telling you, his socks are in a pyramid. I can't even. He can't. No, I'm telling you, they're in a pyramid.
How?
And
How are they in a
shirts
pyramid?
are the shirts are color coded. No, I'm serious.
How do you
He
put socks in a pyramid?
I ruined his sweater 15 years ago in the wash, and I shrunk it in the dryer or something. The colors blended, and I shrunk it.
I did that
And
once.
at that point in time in our marriage, it was then he did the laundry from that point on.
Yeah.
But he wasn't upset about it. He just like he has a system. Like that's how he thinks. He like has a system, like an order of things. He's so organized.
Let him do it. When you're 68 years old or 80 years old, you'll be glad he likes to do that stuff.
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah.
Like but we're so different in that way because I'm like, I don't know. I have my stuff, okay, that I carry around with me. This is me. I have my stuff and I have my spot. Like at the end of the night. Sam, I've done everything. I have my spot and I have my stuff, like my coffee, my vape, I have my things with me, and that's me. Like I'm in my spot. But sometimes I go and I put things down somewhere, like my glasses or my anything. I go there, and then I find myself like walking around the house all the time, retracing my steps, trying to find things I put down. That is my life. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do things in between.
Are they just readers that you keep losing?
No, they're my real ones. So then there's like, it's a catch-22, right? You lose a pair of glasses and you can't see to find them.
Yeah, I know.
If you were about to spend some advice,
you would never lose them.
Well, I'm not, but I'm near. This is the problem. I need bifocals. I have a double astigmatisms, and I have my toric lenses. My eyeballs are circular, both of them. And when I put my regular glasses on, okay, I can't see up close and I can't see far away. So if I'm reading something, I have to take them off and I put them on my head. But sometimes I don't put them on my head, and I think I put them on my head.
I hang them on my shirt.
Only on my head. I sometimes have my glasses on my head and my sunglasses on my face, and I interchange them. And then I lose them. And then I have Phil help me find them because he's good at finding things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my life. Like, that's it. And then
I just tell Mike if I lost something because I'm afraid I'd get judged. He doesn't.
And I
judge,
sleep weird.
I
I sleep like 2 hours, 3 hours, on and off. Like I can't sleep 8 hours. And I sleep so light. It's something, I hear a noise.
Oh, that's like Jimmy. Oh my gosh.
I hear a noise and I'm like, did you lock the doors? Did you check the windows? Like I and it's funny. Lately I haven't been like that, but that's kind of like, that's it. That's me in a nutshell. And then just a regular person.
Yeah.
And that's it.
My dad used to turn the doorknob to wake me up for school.
Light sleeper.
Turn it.
Yeah, but see, you know what I don't understand? Jimmy can't hear regularly, but when it turns nighttime, he'll hear a pin drop in the bedroom.
Houses are so much quieter in the dark. They really are. I don't know why.
I think that's why I stay up all night.
Outside. That's got to be it.
Do you think we stay up all night because we avoid that? We don't like that. We get uncomfortable with that.
All the appliances are off and televisions are off and stuff like that. And it's just, it's silence, you know.
Hey, you know what? The silence freaks me out. That's really interesting. I don't like it. I like noise. I don't mind lights on. If there's a TV on, fine. If I'm tired, I'll just go. I'll drift off. You
Well,
know.
Mike always leaves the lamp on in the great room because it's got a real high ceiling, so it lights up the upper hallway here.
Yeah.
And we have one of those energy lights, so it's only like 8 watts or 15 watts or something. So he leaves it on all night for me.
It's funny because I don't get tired. I get like I'm
I don't
awake.
get tired
It's so weird.
either.
I'm awake and I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm awake. It's not narcolepsy. It's like you know how people usually they get tired and there's a process, right? They have a process. They go upstairs and they do their nighttime stuff and they brush their teeth, you know, wash their face, brush their hair, and then they go to bed, right? For 8 hours and they wake up and like do normal things. For me, I can't do that. I don't know why. It is a little bit frustrating.
But I get tired at weird times of the day. It's like, no, I am not going to take a nap. That's all there is to it.
Same way.
And then I get my second and third wind and then forget it. I'm up all night.
That's me. That's me, Sharon. I'm you.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It is what it is.
I'm more tired in the morning when the day should be starting.
I am too. Exactly the same.
I keep asking, whose idea was it that work starts at like 7 in the morning?
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Dumb idea. Yeah.
It's really silly.
Yeah.
It's a daylight
No one wants to do
it was a daylight thing back in the day. A daylight thing, you know.
The farmers did it. You know what?
Yeah, well, you know what?
You know
Old
what,
Betsy the
farmers?
cow
That
did
wasn't
it.
very nice.
Well, they didn't have electricity, babe.
I know. I'm just kidding. I know.
Yeah, still.
I'm kidding.
I know.
We need our food, you know. That was important back then.
Gotta have daylight to do that work, you know.
Yeah, daylight saving. They got rid of daylight savings, didn't they?
No, we have it.
No, I have it where I live.
Wasn't there some kind of bill or legislation
They
to?
want rid of it, but it's still here.
Are you sure? I thought it passed.
Years, as long as you've been alive, they've been talking about getting rid of it. Here it is.
Really? Yeah. See, I guess since I just block it out, you know.
No.
I believe there's a certain state. I don't know if it's like Arizona that did pass and doesn't have daylight.
It. Yeah, Arizona doesn't have it.
Yeah. Savings time,
Well,
but the rest
I mean,
of us do.
If we didn't have it, would we like not get, you know, dark at 5:30 in the winter?
Yeah, I don't like that because if I'm
It makes it
walking
more
in a parking
depressing.
lot, I don't like it to be dark.
It depresses me.
Well, it's already depressing enough because it's cold and snowy, and now it's even more depressing because it's dark an hour early. It's like, come on.
I really think I have seasonal affective disorder because when it's so dark so early, I mean, I dread it. I dread it because it feels bad. It feels very bad. I put a sun lamp this year. See,
I love the night. I don't know why, but it's not like I would go in the woods at night. Now let's not go too
night
far.
is so long in the winter. It's dark for so long.
But you know, from the 21st, the equinox in the beginning, the official start of winter is December 21st, and you gain a minute of daylight a day after that. It's just like right now we're losing a minute of daylight a day.
Okay, stop.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
I think Carolyn's like me. She doesn't like the early dark.
Hey, Annie B, how are you? Morning,
Horrible
Carolyn.
putting kids out
She
the bus
says.
stop when it's
Hi.
in the morning. I think it's terrible.
I feel like I should be punished, you know, when it starts getting dark early. I'm like, oh
I
God.
don't want to get up. Who wants to get up in the dark? Besides us. I mean, you know.
Hi, Sammy. Sammy's back in here. I'm trying to see if there's any new. Cassie Ellison. Hi, Cassie.
Well, I know why I hate it. It's because, like, you know, when it starts getting dark early, your body oh, dark, time to feel, tired, and, your brain starts, producing the melatonin, but you're not done with what you have to do. So you just feel kind of weird and sluggish, until you adapt. I really don't.
They sell them on eBay.
I want
Not on
to
eBay, on Amazon. Get one of the lamps. They help
But-
Kathy Allison said her son's birthday was yesterday in heaven. So I just want to take a moment and say a prayer for her.
Oh.
Kathy Allison, I'm
Happy
sorry.
birthday to your son.
Happy
Happy
birthday to your son,
heaven.
Kathy.
Happy birthday to your son, love.
Bless you, Kathy.
Bless you, no kidding. Yeah.
Oh, that looks really nice on the top, Carolyn.
It is nice.
Mm-hmm. It's
I like
cool.
that.
It's super cool. Mm-hmm. Thanks.
I wonder how heavy it's going to be.
Well, I don't know, but that's why I put that wood base on it.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Hi, Flo on the go.
When you started, I was thinking I'd be tempted to spray paint them gold or something. But then I thought, it'll probably ruin it. The whole point is to have it look natural looking, this natural.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
like
almost
it the way it
foolproof.
is with all the
Yeah.
natural colors.
Yeah.
You could light it though. You could.
That's
Yeah, you
beautiful.
can put the little copper, like the little lights that have a tiny
Little
little.
copper
Yeah.
fairy lights.
Ring
Yeah.
lights. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, little
that'd be
lamp.
cute.
That would add a little touch.
Kevin wanted to know how many shells were on that about.
Oh, come on, Kevin. Are you serious?
If you
Go
could go
back
ahead
and
and count them, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't know if he's kidding. He might want to know.
No.
No.
He's kidding.
Haven't you been counting, Kevin?
He's just a funny bunny.
We should have a contest. Guess how many shells are on, and you win a prize.
Yeah, but who's
Like
going to
a
count
bag
them?
of M&Ms or something.
Yeah, but
like
then
the
Carolyn
special
would
one.
have to count them all.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's
someone
true.
would have to go back in the video and count them.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be. There's too many to count.
That would be your job, Nicole.
I can. Okay, let me guess. 32.
No.
No.
No, way more than that.
56.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
My son won one of those contests once, like at our leasing office. I was so impressed because he was like 7, right? And they had this huge jar full of candy corns and those little pumpkins that are made of the same stuff.
Mm,
Huge, huge jar. And he guessed it within 9.
really? I
Yeah,
say
and
30.
And he
in the
he actually
30s
put there and
on
he
those.
surmised that he studied it, and he told me like to write down the number for him, and I started writing down one number wrong. He's like 3,000 blah 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 blah, and I was writing down. He's like, no, this one, this number. I had to correct it, and we put it in the thing. And when they called up, and he won this like really cool basket full of like Halloween stuff, and he was so pleased. I was just like, what? How did you do that?
That was called, he used the swag method.
Mm.
Engineers use it.
Hmm.
He's so
Okay.
Oh wait, those little
Yeah.
shells. Those little shells are gonna count. Then there's gonna be way more. She's gonna
Yes.
really fill this up.
He's just naturally, he's on the spectrum, mild on the spectrum, and he's always been gifted in math and stuff like that. And
Okay.
I'm
So he's good at
I never was.
He should be a scientist
Yeah, maybe.
where he counts colonies and stuff like that, like a
Oh yeah,
research scientist.
I was just dumbfounded. I'm like, how did you do that? He just stared at it for a few minutes, and like he was so confident in his number,
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing how like thinking of like someone else's brain works, so differently from yours, and it just there's this natural process,
Mhm. We're a lot alike, all of us, but we're different at the same time. Like it's hard to explain, but yeah, like that's just like I sound like a fortune cookie. Yeah.
Speaking of fortune cookies, I called the Chinese restaurant today at 20 after 8 to order dinner. They closed at 8 o'clock.
Why?
That's
I've never
crazy.
seen them close at 8 o'clock ever.
Yeah. I can believe it.
No,
when
it's
did
only
you
fun
have
for
that
you.
tomorrow?
Hmm?
What's the
What did you end
order?
up having? What did you end up doing, Sharon?
We just made something here, but we both had our stomachs set on Chinese.
Yeah,
So
Oh,
both
that
just
sounds good.
that
3:13
stinks
in
when
the
that
morning.
that stinks when that happens. Yeah, you're all
Yeah.
set on it. And, no,
Get it
no.
tomorrow. Stay up all night and get it. How do they open early?
It's starting to look really balanced, Carolyn.
Oh, thanks.
Well, we'll get it tomorrow. I'll just call them at about 7:15 and get something.
I think I'm gonna get Chinese food tomorrow too. What
Did
do
you
you
ever
get?
watch Curb Your
What am
Enthusiasm?
I getting?
Yeah.
I love
When
curb.
they ordered the Chinese and the shrimp and
There was only 12 shrimp. He goes to the door and he's like, "How many shrimp is that? How did you eat a shrimp?"
but it's so gross, yeah, that he ate they brought it back and they
Yeah.
gave them the same food. That's disgusting.
Wait, what? What's that, Charlotte?
Curb Your Enthusiasm. There's some kind of shrimp and they find out that their neighbor or something goes to church, bring it back and they did you eat some of the shrimp? Because there's normally, 12 shrimp in here and there's only this, and you ate some of the shrimp. I know you did. And yeah, this is funny.
Yeah, the neighbor ordered from there, and the neighbor had 13 shrimp. So Larry was like, I'm gonna go over there and find out how many shrimp. And he's like, 13, right? I only got 6. Can you believe it? And he goes back to the place. And he's arguing with the guy that he ate his shrimp.
I know. I just don't even understand why they would give him this. Ugh, it's so gross.
That's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
But it's a good show, though. It really was a good show. Is a good show. I don't know if it's still on. Probably not.
Oh, it is still on.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
There was this documentary I watched and it had something to do. I can't remember. Someone went missing or something, I think is what happened. And they, I don't remember. Maybe Alicia would remember it, but.
Or is Alicia here?
She's sleeping on the panel, I think.
Let her sleep.
Anyway, they went back through the footage of they did a episode at like Dodger Stadium or something, and the guy was in the background footage of the main character, which I don't even know because I don't watch that show. But the main character in that Curb Your Enthusiasm,
Larry David.
Larry David.
he was so he was this person that they were looking for was in the background footage of the sitcom when they were at Dodger Stadium or whatever. And there's a whole documentary about it, and I can't remember, like, it was.
Do you remember the episode that Larry David took the lady of the night to the
Oh
the
yeah.
game?
Oh my gosh. In the carpool lane.
In the carpool lane. Yeah.
Yes. And then she was getting his father the medical marijuana or something.
And he was in the mirror and he's like, "What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life?" This is just like talking to himself in the mirror. Right. It was so, and yeah. Under the influence.
Or when he was sleeping with the Muslim woman.
Yes.
Remember that?
And then he introduced the father to the lady, and he's like, he didn't know that she was a lady of the night. Yeah, and it was good. But there was a case. That's what Schlark's talking about. There was a case.
Yeah, and it was solved.
It was solved by the footage of that episode of the show. Yeah, because they could prove the guy was there. They had him as guilty.
Yeah,
and I remember that.
Yeah, it was like he was trying to alibi himself somehow or whatever, say he wasn't there, but then they were able to pull him up in the background footage they shot for the show.
It was
They
really
solved
cool.
the
It was,
case.
he was there.
Wow.
He was like a 1 in a million shot of getting him. Remember, 1 in a million shot.
Yeah, it was
of
like
him.
he killed someone in the parking lot after the game or something. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah.
that's interesting
Crazy.
to look at.
Do you hear my TV? Like, just out of curiosity.
So
Okay.
No.
I hear it. I keep muting because I think it's too loud.
my fan
Well-
rattled. So
Were we used to hear it, Dave's? How do we hear Dave? How loud is Dave?
Because he's I must be deaf.
Must be loud, right?
You know what I just heard? That they just approved over-the-counter hearing aids, they said.
I heard that.
Oh, wow.
And they said, it's going to improve sound. All I could think about was Dave.
Yeah.
Well, that's a game changer, yeah, for a lot of people who don't have coverage for that.
I don't know how, like, they're not. His TV is so freaking loud.
I might get a set because when I watch a show with my kids, I'm always like, could you turn it up a little bit? Could you turn it up a little bit more? I still can't hear it, you know?
Luke goes in our boy Jimmy.
I think you could sync your earbuds with your TV, but don't
He's a funny kid.
quote me on
The
that.
kid's got sense of humor. He really does. Like a sharp sense of humor, you know?
Okay, that's fine.
That Sheltry's coming along very well.
He's very witty, Carolyn.
Yeah. I know.
Must
I
keep
think
you
he's
laughing all the
funny.
time.
I like his humor. I really do. It's like everything comes back to bite him in the butt.
Adorable.
Larry David, yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Oh.
He just needs to keep his mouth quiet. He just can't help himself, though. But that's why I
Yeah.
like him. You know,
Something
you
like
just has to say one dig, just one thing. You know, the sandwich. Remember, he was
Or
all
what-
upset he didn't have a sandwich, and he was
Remember when
wondering why.
he ate the baby Jesus?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and then what about the Judy doll? Remember the Judy doll?
I don't remember the
When he
Judy
cut the
doll.
Judy doll's hair?
No,
He
I
was
didn't.
seeing little Sammy in the thing, and he's like, "You want to give her a haircut?" And she's like, "Okay." And then he cut it. He cut the doll's hair, but then the girl got really upset or something, and he saw like another Judy doll in somebody else's house, and the little girl didn't care about it. It was just on the shelf, so he was gonna take it, but he put it in his pants because he had to get it out of the house. And they're like, "What's wrong with you, you pervert?" Remember, like, because they found the doll in the pants. Like, what is wrong with
Yes,
you?
I think I
There's
remember.
something wrong with you. Or
That's
when he took the
hilarious.
wife's friend to the movies, but his those corduroy pants, and making that tent, and the friend was like, "Your
Yeah.
husband was disgusting. He was aroused. He was at the movies with me." And she's like, "Larry," and he's like, "I was not. It's the stupid pants. Remember?"
And remember,
And,
Susie was always yelling at him. You
Oh, yeah, and
pervert.
then Susie would curse like crazy, right? Like, "You effing this," and right, she would just go off like in like 18,000 F bombs.
Yeah, I love Susie.
I remember what the documentary's called. It's called Long Shot. So I looked it
Yeah,
up, and
yeah, that's what I did
and
see
it's
that.
actually that the show gives the guy an alibi and gets an innocent man out of jail because
And they did interview Larry David, didn't they? In that
Long Shot, yeah,
they interviewed him, right?
it's a short documentary.
Yeah.
I like the happy ending and not just like, you know, he got in big trouble, you know. They have
Oh yeah, the happy
innocent man
ending.
out of jail. I like my happy endings.
I never heard of that. What is that about?
Sometimes I hold it against a movie or something if it has a really bad ending, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is not what I wanted.
Oh, remember the toaster that toaster wouldn't make the toast. It just was so long.
No, I don't
like,
remember that.
And it caused something to happen. And they're like, because of the stupid toaster. Yeah.
I like Seinfeld too, even back in the day.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
I
yeah.
watched that.
I
You
love
watch that at home.
Seinfeld
Yeah.
I
back
once
in the
know
day.
someone that never watched Seinfeld, and I swear that was
We
half of her
barely
problems
watched
in life.
barely.
How can you have never seen Seinfeld?
I don't know. I don't have
And I
no idea.
loved Arrested Development.
Oh, I love that show.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
So
Never
funny.
nude. I never nude.
I
Never
love
knew
that.
that was
Never-
like my
Never knew.
favorite
Remember his
thing.
name? He was an analysis therapist, and what his card said. I'm not going to say it, but it was bad. It was funny.
And
I
I
laughed. so
loved
hard.
Maybe. She's
Yeah,
been in.
and-
She's a good actress, and she's in a lot of things now.
And George Michael and the Banana Stand.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh, the money's
Oh,
the
yeah,
money's in
George Michael. And
He
the
was like
Banana Stand.
the money's in the banana stand, and then it burned down. He's like, the money's in the banana stand.
I remember when the brother was doing that magic trick with oh god.
I love Job. Job is like my favorite. He's a mess.
Yeah.
He would be like, it's an illusion.
All of his magic. And I loved when they drove around when they were like down to, in dire straits, and they had to drive around in the
airplane car.
yeah
they had
the
to drive
steps
around
to
in
get
the
on the
airplane
airplane. Whatever that thing's called. Yeah.
When the father was living in the attic of that rental of that
They
house.
were living in the model
and the
home.
father and the model home. Yeah, the father was up in the attic or something.
Yeah, they were living in that house in the middle. It was like in the middle of the sand, like in the middle of nothing.
Yeah, it was their development that never got built. The Arrested Development.
Yep, that's funny.
Yeah, they were living in the model home.
He's like, he wanted to go to he was all dressed up, and oh my god, it's not even appropriate to say on live. I can't even say it.
But
I wanted to.
But it was hilarious. The show's really good. I just recommend it. Watch it. They did a
I've
new
watched
season
that
for
all
Netflix.
over and over again. Yeah.
Who hasn't
Yeah,
wanted
love
to
it.
live in a model home though, really? I mean, I've seen a model home before and I was like, I want it exactly like this. I mean, with all the furnishings and everything.
I would live in a model home, absolutely.
When
All
they
day.
staged it, it looks so pretty. I'm just like, perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. I'm ready to move in.
Yeah, I love Joel. He was pretty funny.
Model home to copy what he did.
Yeah, his tricks, he always messed up. Poor guy.
Yeah, they always got the better of him.
And the Lucille, remember Lucille?
Yeah.
Lucille
Yeah.
in the water. Oh my god,
Yes.
Lucille.
And Junior. And the
I
mother.
love Junior's hand or something. Wasn't there
Oh
something?
yes, oh my god.
Yeah.
And remember Liza Minnelli when he was
Yes.
dating Liza
Oh,
Minnelli?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh my
I missed
god.
it. I did Liza
I
Minnelli.
forgot about all that. My husband still
Was she a
says
hoot?
Lucille. He still says it sometimes when it comes up. I don't
Was
know.
she a hoot on the show? Liza?
Yeah, Liza Minnelli was on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet she was really funny.
He's like, I'm with her, mother. And she's like, you need me. Yeah.
Liza Minnelli still looks really good for her age.
Who?
Liza Minnelli.
Oh, you think?
I thought she didn't pass away recently, did she?
No, she didn't
No.
pass away.
I just think her face is got
I'm not starting
very
a wild
wrinkles for her
girl,
age.
Her sister did. Lorna Locke. Did she die?
Did she? No, she's younger, isn't she?
Who died? I thought there was somebody died. Maybe I don't know. Judy Garland.
Judy
maybe.
Garland a long time ago.
Yeah. Maybe how long ago was that?
Oh, long before I was even born.
My grandmother really loved Judy Garland. She had all her records.
She died young, Judy Garland.
Yeah.
How old
I
was
wish I-
Judy Garland when she died?
I think she was in her 50s, maybe.
Oh no, I didn't.
Wasn't she in her 50s or something like that?
Yeah, she was young.
Wow. That's young, very young.
Unfortunately, I think it was like that hard living, wasn't it?
Well, did it? I don't know if any of the stuff they said about that was true. Like
She really did struggle with substances.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if those were rumors or true.
She was,
or what.
it was back in the day. She was self-medicating,
She was a walking mess. Yeah.
Yeah, she just, couldn't handle her emotions and, self-medicating.
So the girl who played Maybe in that is Ali Shawkat, and there's a really good TV series, if you haven't seen it, that she's in called Search Party.
I've heard of that.
I think I have heard of it.
Ran from 2016 to 2022. There's 50 episodes, and it's really, really, really good. She's really good in it. And it's the same tone as like Arrested Development.
I like
Really?
Arrested Development. I watched that. Yeah.
You know, her character in that series.
I think I may have seen some of that. I don't know. I watched so much stuff.
She's
like,
looking for, it's called Search Party, and her character is called Dory.
I think I did see,
I think
maybe.
it's Dory Seif or something like that. Her name's Dory, and she, they're looking for her lost friend. And so she's like she's obsessive and treating it like a crime, and goes, a little nuts trying to find her. And I don't want to ruin it, but it's really, really good. Yeah. It's called Search Party.
What number? I mean, do you think it's available on like Hulu or something?
Where would it be available now? I don't know where you could watch it now. I can look it up.
Was it on a regular network when it was on?
I screened it, but it has aired. I mean, it's done. It's like 5 seasons or something. And I don't actually. Let me see where you can watch it.
Every time I really, really want to watch something, it's on HBO or something, and I don't have that. YouTube often shows me.
HBO Max original.
I knew it. I just said every time I want to watch something, it's on HBO. Every time I really, really want to watch something that's on HBO, like I'll see an advertisement for a show on YouTube here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want to see that.
Let me
I don't
see
really
if it's
have that reaction to those
actually
things
on
so
Netflix.
because I really want to see that, it's on HBO.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see if it's on Netflix. I don't think it is, though.
I sent you a link.
Me?
Yeah, it's not on Netflix.
Does anybody else? It is on Netflix?
I don't see it on Netflix. Not on.
Is it on HBO?
I'll have to look on it real quick.
Does
On my
anybody watch
HBO Max.
Manifest?
It says it's on HBO Max.
I would have to get somebody who has HBO Max to share with me.
I have it. I mean, we've watched that in the Zooms.
I pay for HBO Max, all those.
Max.
I don't even
Let
watch
me
it.
make sure.
I need HBO Max. I need it because everything good is on there.
Can you log into my? I'll let you. I don't know how it works. I don't even use it. I think I have it.
You'd share with me?
I think
yeah,
I can.
it's on HBO Max.
Can we do that?
Oh,
I want to check if I have it.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we can watch it. I mean,
all right, hold on. Let me see.
I mean, it's long.
I mean, it's a bunch of episodes. You're saying, right?
Yeah.
Might be fun.
What are they doing here, though? They're only showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 22 to 25-minute episodes. So what does that mean? They have, that's only season 1. So they should have all the seasons. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they have all 5 seasons.
All right, let me see if I have it. I know I did. I think I'm still paying for it. Who knows, right? Probably.
I don't want to sign in. I don't remember my
Oh, which email would it be under? Oh, boy. Okay, this is going to be a fun time. Let's see. I'm trying to sign into mine.
A book of passwords.
We're all trying.
I have it. I don't have to. I know.
I tell Mike it's in my sewing room.
Let me do this. Check that email and password. And that's not correct. Let me try a different one.
I'm gonna look at my keychain. It should be in there, but I don't know why it's not.
It never
showing up.
saves for me. I have so much trouble. I don't even know how to use the keychain. There's a picture of the key on my phone.
On your Mac?
No, just on my iPhone 13 Pro.
Because I will not remember all the passwords.
And there's a key on it when I type in password. Do I have to touch that to save it, maybe? I don't know.
What are you
We'll
on?
see.
Are you on
HBO Max. Thank you very much. Just fill it in for me.
Oh, geez, you're good. How do you do that?
Compromise password. Whatever.
Ah, okay.
All right, I'm gonna check this here.
Yeah, they're like, you use this same password on this and this and
Which
this.
device are you using? I'm using a phone. Okay, so what does it say? Where's Moxie? Hold on, my dog. Where'd she go?
Well, now it fills it in. There we go. And there's me.
You're in already, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, how did you do it? Well, you know what? I tried and it didn't work, but that's okay. That's life.
But it's there and it's got all 5 seasons, so that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
It can be watched if people want to watch it.
I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try to find my password and do a password.
What are you looking for? I already told you. There we go.
So
this cult comedy thriller finds a group of narcissistic millennials at a dark crossroads after their friend Dory, aka Allie Shawcott, becomes obsessed with tracking down a missing college acquaintance.
hey Nicole.
Well,
just
I
made a
want to see
great
it.
idea.
It sounds awesome.
I'm here. I'm just looking for my dog. She
I
goes.
gotta tell you something, Nicole. I just thought of something good.
What'd you
how
think of?
Well, you know how you make the thing like the neck warmer thing or the back warmer thing?
Yeah.
You know what you do? You have an old sweatshirt that you're thinking about getting rid of, cut off the sleeve and then just sew each end of the sleeve and fill it with rice.
Ooh, then I got it. I don't know how to sew. Isn't that awful, isn't it?
Well, you could sew that by hand.
You could hand stitch that easy.
Yeah, easy.
So you guys are gonna have to teach me how to hand stitch. I'm not kidding. This is not a joke. This is not. Yeah, my husband knows.
My friend who is 60 something.
My husband knows how.
She did not know how to tie a knot one-handed.
My daughter and my husband know how to sew, hand sew.
I wish you lived here, Nicole.
I know.
I'd have a sewing buddy.
You know what? I need some work. I need to learn a few things here.
Wouldn't sew a button on.
I can't even sew a button on. I don't have any buttons though. Like my shirt.
Oh my gosh! My button collection is my pride and joy.
I know, right?
I don't have any buttons.
You should start saving them.
Yeah, anytime I can't cope, I don't know what I'm doing, just hand me my button collection.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
That's awesome. I bet that's amazing.
About them. Oh, yeah.
For
they're in
de-stress?
snappies, little snappy bags. They're some are floating, some are. I don't know. I'm weird, but that's okay.
No, you're not. That's
because I'm my kind of weird.
Sounds relaxing. I've never thought of that. It sounds relaxing to just go through them. You know,
I've
you put
always
your
done that.
you could pick them up and pick.
Oh my gosh! Can you hear the rain?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Can you hear the rain?
I hear it.
Gail, I used to sit on my mother's bedroom floor, and
yes,
get her the buttons that my grandmother had given her out of them. And she had this big circular button holder with all these little compartments. And I go through all the different buttons and find all the ones that were alike. And I don't know, I really loved it. Organizing, lighting up all the buttons, the ones that were alike in different sizes.
Aww. We used to have to, what I used to have to do was find the right buttons, and then you put a hook in the first one with a needle and thread, and then put all the same buttons on another one.
Right.
And that's how my grandparents kept them. And so they were all cottoned through the same thread.
Yeah.
But that got too hard. When you wanted one, you had to rethread them. No. And now they go in little snappy bags.
Yeah.
But I go, if I'm in a thread shop, I'm a sucker. Even if it's a jar of buttons, I'm a sucker.
Mm-hmm. I have the weirdest collection you ever heard of. My father collected for me and my two sisters in mason jars, twist ties. Twist ties from bread packages.
Oh, really?
I know, it's the weirdest thing, isn't it? But we all have them out and displayed. It's like
you can use them for anything.
But I
do you know
Look
they
at
can use them? I don't know in America, but we collect bread ties for fundraising for wheelchairs.
Really?
Huh.
Well, he didn't save the like cheap paper type, you know what I mean? Like they got wire in them, but they're paper. He saved the ones that were plastic. So I have
these are the plastic ones.
And red and yellow, and blue and pink. I have all different colors.
Oh, beautiful!
Yeah, but they're just bread ties. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I got that many mason jars. I've got to deal with the mason jars because I wanted to do the cricket on the mason jars. I got so many mason. Well, we call them Makona coffee jars, but I think they're kind of mason jars with glass lids.
Yeah, mason jars kind of like that greenish glass, with the brass lid.
So are they the twisty ties or the little plastic tabs?
Little twisty ties.
All the plastic ones, not the paper ones. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, twisty ties, like,
and they're just in there. They're in there willy nilly.
Hmm.
Are they in there in a special way? Or just willy nilly put in there?
They're just put in there. Yeah.
I might have thought they were going to be useful one day.
You collected twisty ties?
Her father did.
I'm not. Daddy did. My dad did. For the girls.
Oh, okay.
My mother, he was crazy, and but we all cherish our jar of.
Yeah, my great grandparents, of course, lived through the Depression. And even though they were people of large land, they lived very simply. And my grandmother, when my grandfather passed away, great grandfather, and then they said, and she passed away like a month later, and they said she basically died of a broken heart. But anyway, and we went into their the depths of their basement to try to sort things out. And I was just a kid, and we used to play down there, but we wouldn't pay attention to like what was really in there, just all kinds of stuff. And it was a huge house. And one of the things she had were huge, like big yard garbage bags full of twist ties. Yeah. And huge garbage bags full of old, like mildewed, old-fashioned do you call them clothespins? Yeah, I think they're called laundry for the laundry line.
Yeah.
And she had bags and bags of the little plastic bread that would come on the square with the hole out of them.
That's what I thought she was talking about.
Fasten your bread loaf. And she had this I already knew about, but my grandfather had built like all this shelving, and on the bottom of all these rows of shelving and these things that came down from the ceiling, like these posts, she had nailed the lids to all of these old mason jars under the bottom of the wood framing.
That's what we do too.
And she would fill them with all kinds of things and then screw them into the base.
Yeah.
And so they were hanging from
My husband
the bottom
has it
of the
with
shelving
screws
and all this
stuff like that. Yeah.
wood area. And they would be full of nails, tacks, buttons, anything you can imagine was in there. And then she kept all those things screwed in jars down there. It was,
I'll tell you what's not worth keeping. Rubber bands. Those things give out.
Oh,
I used
they
to take them
perish.
off. Like, when you'd get broccoli and they had the really good rubber band on it, and I'd throw it in the drawer. I have one drawer that I just keep stuff in. And you go to get it out to use it. You say, "Oh, I've got a rubber band," and they rot quickly.
Right.
They don't last.
You know what?
They're
You
not
know what I
worth
do with those? I give them to my cats. They love those. The ones that come with the broccoli.
My cats love them. And my
I
cat.
will not give a rubber band to my cats because the vet told me that he's had more than one cat die from them.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they can die from them.
Oh my
I
goodness.
call them cat killers.
But
I don't give them to the
So
cat.
whoever just told me to give that bendy straw to my cat, well, not my cat, the grand cat, I
did.
gave that bendy. Yep, I gave it. I found a bendy straw, and that was good. Thank you.
Isn't that great?
Oh, I got some bendy
No,
straws.
they'll play with that forever.
Oh,
I got some bendy straws. I'm gonna throw
I
on my
thought she
floor.
was going to yell at someone and say her cat died or something. Say, whoever just
You know
told
what-
me to
you
give
know
that
what-
bendy straw to my cat.
You know what else
No,
I
no,
got?
no.
That'd be
no.
horrible.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You know what else I
Thanks
got,
a
though?
lot
You know
for
those
that.
No.
plastic-
I said it's because what sort of things do
They
I
like.
just give for distraction?
Mhm.
And they said they love bendy straws.
Well, there's a
Does
few.
anyone here, like, I only wear smart wool socks.
Mhm.
Does anybody else buy those?
No, I don't even
I
wear
got
socks.
them.
all
I get them
come
from my
with
dad. My dad loves
each-
them.
Each pair comes with a rainbow elastic fabric band around them.
Mhm.
And they're the greatest cat toys. They absolutely love them, and they're perfectly safe because of they're not a rubber band, they're not
Right.
a hair tie.
Yeah.
Because of the way that they're made,
Yeah.
they're perfectly safe. And so I collect all of those and spread those out, to between all of our cat, my
Yeah.
son's cats, and
How-
my cat doesn't play with anything because she doesn't like the world. But
I got empty toilet rolls all over the house at the
Oh
moment,
yeah.
but they're
Oh, yeah.
okay if I step on them.
yeah.
My cats
Yeah.
also love those little the little white plastic circle thing with
Yes.
the lip on that you pull out of your juice jug or other beverage. You
Yeah.
pop out. Yeah, they love those. They love those.
Yeah.
I would give mine the rings from the milk cartons. Where you pull the
Oh,
plastic ring off. And
Yeah, I can-
yes, my
I can
baby
imagine.
used
I can imagine playing with that.
the ring, and I'd throw the ring, and off they go. But the
my
best part
baby
of
used to
all-
love that.
I
Even
used-
when she was old.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ice cubes, my cat's favorite toy. She used to sit and stare at the refrigerator, at the ice maker.
Oh yeah, they love
Something
the ice
would
maker.
fall. Oh my
Like crushed ice, when it drops,
Yeah.
a few extra pieces will
I'd
drop
get
on
a
the
whole
ground.
ice cube and put it, and she'd go. She'd be playing hockey all over the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I didn't care if it melted. Who cares? It's water. So
Cats are cool. They're just really cool.
yeah, they're very amusing.
But I've
Yeah,
seen
this
a
one's
lot
gonna
of
be
strange
this one's
things.
gonna be cooler when it goes home.
I've seen a lot of imaging of strange things showing up in cats' bellies, that's for sure. But
Like that-
dogs are worse. Dogs are way worse.
I guess no
wow.
more broccoli bands in my kitties. They've never eaten one, but they might, so I better not give them any.
My dog eats it. She will eat anything, and I don't even know what she's eating. I clean the floor, I sweep it, but I don't know.
They're
She's
playing
dog.
chasey. They're playing chasey right now.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
goes outside to pee, and I let her out. Those do go out. The dogs do go out. Unlike the
Mhm.
cats, the dogs definitely go out to go to the bathroom.
Never went.
So
We had a
Sometimes I bring
Rottweiler
them
in
out
our
and hold
practice
them on
that
my lap.
when we imaged him had 2 tennis balls in his stomach.
wow,
Oh,
that's
no.
crazy. Wow.
Yeah. And it's like, how'd you even get that down? And 2 of them, you thought the first one was so good, you'd go for a second?
Oh
Right.
boy.
Wow.
I guess they liked it. It was a buffet
Yeah.
of sorts, right?
Wow.
Yeah. It was
Not
a
good.
Rottweiler.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Heidi May's
it
mini
was-
play balls are $5 a ball.
Hi, Gail B.
A good
Because
place
I
to
did-
get cheap toys for your pet is the Humane Society. They
Yeah.
sell brand new
Yes.
toy section, at least where we live, and they're a lot less than going to like Animal
Well,
Crackers
y-
or Petco.
You know what I
For
found
Heidi
good
May,
cat
I
toys?
found if a toy is safe for a baby, like
Mhm.
it's a little. Say if you got a little football,
Right.
and it's got like a rattle in it, and then you pull the string and it goes rattle, rattle, rattle as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, if they're safe for a baby, they're safe for Heidi May.
I agree.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I go through the op shops and find them left over from the hanging toys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Put them through the wash yeah, they've been really
I had them
good.
on my doorknob. I had it on my stove. I had all kinds of interesting back of a chair things, strings.
But Debbie
like-
Two Scooters calling me.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
probably gonna leave.
Okay.
Let me
Uh-oh.
see what this is about.
Yep. I don't want to set too much up here. I've gotten out. I got it. Oh my god, there's toys everywhere, and little hidey holes everywhere. I've got the cat scratcher out. Yeah, it's and definitely increasing its feed has been good. But now they're playing chasey, hide and seek.
That's fun.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, here.
Oh yeah, I hear him.
Jasper. Hello, grandson Jasper.
Kitty.
Hi, Nanny Gail. Hi, Jasper.
Pretty. What a pretty cat.
He's cute.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! How come I can't hear anymore?
We don't know. You can't hear us?
I can't hear anything anymore. Oh, wait a minute.
Do you hear me?
Now I
She
can
on
hear you.
mute, she'll be able to hear us.
No, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. If you're looking for a good place for cheap cat toys, my cats really like those little balls that have all the sparklies on them, like the little spiky
Yeah,
things
yeah,
that
yeah.
go
But my
with-
daughter said those are not safe.
Okay.
but they sell them as cat toys.
I
The
know,
best
I know,
is
I
the
know, I know. And she looked them up and they're not safe.
Oh, because my vet used to give them out for good.
I
they're
know,
good
I told her, but she said they're not safe.
What aren't safe?
Those little sparkly balls.
Really?
Right.
We had them for our cats too.
Mine had a
There's
ball. But
these
you know
really
what? I'll tell you
cool.
what. Go to the Michael's craft store or whatever, and you can buy them in the craft store for you can get 10
They're-
times as much.
What about like
A really
pom-poms?
cool cat
Are
toy
pom-poms okay?
is they're a fabric pizza. And cats
Yes.
love those crunchy little ball, the
Mhm.
crispy, crackly little balls, kind
Oh,
of
yeah, yeah.
cellophane-y.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they eat them and they're not safe. But these pizzas are fabric and they're flat and they have that crunchy stuff inside,
Yeah.
like cellophane crunchy stuff inside, and they love to drag them up and down the stairs.
He's playing with Heidi Mays, all of that. It's amazing how far they take them, isn't it? Like where they take them, how far they take them.
They have a
I just don't remember it with my old girl.
My son bought a new aquarium and hasn't put anything in it. It's on the big aquarium on the top shelf of the whatever wooden structure, has fish in it, but the bottom one he hasn't put anything in yet. So it has the open hole in the back for whatever, you know, the whatever Carolyn would know, that plugs into it, that filters the fish water, whatever thing. Anyway, all since they got the new kitten that's 3 months old, all the cat toys had been disappearing. And Kellen said that he finally found them, that she had been stashing them in the back hole of that fish tank, and they were all inside the fish tank down there in that empty fish tank. But you know, that's not like at eye level for him, that's down at his feet.
What a smart little.
Yeah,
Careful.
it was full of the missing cat toys.
She puts her toys away. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's what I said to my eldest daughter. I said, you and your husband are going to have to come here and pull everything out. I said, I've tried with the broom, but it's all going to be emptied out soon anyway. I've just found an old Christmas bell. It was purple, and I've tied the hair tie that it pinched off my table and put some wool on it, and that's what it's playing with on the ground now, is an old Christmas, like a really hard Christmas bell.
Yeah.
Have you seen the big, huge cat wheels?
Yes.
They're black and they're like so big that like a 1-year-old, it looks like a 1-year-old could stand in it and run on it.
Will they actually use them?
I haven't.
My sister has 5 cats, and there's 2 of them that the Siamese Bengals cross cats, they absolutely love to run on that wheel. It takes a lot of strength to.
Yeah, I'm not done with it, Kevin. I've got a lot to go on there.
And try to move it. It takes a lot of strength for, you know, they really have to run. They get good exercise and they really like it. But the other 3 cats have no interest in it. But I think it's really cool. It's kind of noisy though.
All right, for everybody in there, I'm going to end the live, but thanks for watching. Thanks for coming to the sale. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Prayers for all that need them, and we'll see you tomorrow, guys. All right?
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good night.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye.